Welcome to GOAT James Kingdom, where basketball lives forever. Here in GOAT James Kingdom, we attack the GOAT debate head on, where we challenge all Michael Jordan fans and all LeBron detractors to who is the GOAT of basketball. You can catch us every Sunday noon Eastern Time, right here on the GOAT James Kingdom channel, for the GOAT James Kingdom show with B. Lee and A. Johnny. Also, we go live Friday nights with the Friday Night Exposure with the Exposer, where you catch special shows and content as a GOAT James Kingdom follower and subscriber. Also, check out the GOAT James Kingdom membership, where you can get exclusive content.
It's unfortunate, but like, I don't know, why do you want to be the face of a league when all the people that that cover our game and talk about our game on a day-to-day basis on everybody? Have that responsibility. It's just weird. It's weird energy from the people that I don't know, but Channing, he said it. He said it perfectly. Couldn't have said it no better. But Ant said he don't want it. Obviously I didn't ask for it, but I knew there was a responsibility for me, not only to my family, my friends, my community, and whoever that was going to follow my journey throughout my career. Not only in Ohio when I started there, but all over America and all over the world when I traveled all over the world. So. I've always taken that seriously and understood from the beginning what being a professional was all about and being a role model was all about. So try to hold that with the utmost respect and honor. And but I feel Ant. I understand. I completely understand. This is weird energy when it comes to that. So.
Peace and blessings, y'all. Welcome to the GOAT James Kingdom Show with B. Lee and A. Johnny. As y'all know, we go live every Sunday noon right here on the GOAT James Kingdom channel, where we talk the game of basketball and where basketball lives forever. Thank you for joining us on another great Sunday afternoon. As you guys know, we're here to talk the game of basketball and obviously the GOAT of basketball, LeBron James, who recently stirred up a little bit of controversy by talking about how no one wants to be the face of today's NBA due to the fact that today's media and the coverage of the game is so horrible, which we've all been speaking about this for a very long time here in GOAT James Kingdom. It's always been a sentiment of mine and obviously of Brandon as well, because it's hard to talk about how great LeBron James is without having Zesty Jeffrey logic and Zesty Jeffrey's talking about something that happened 40 years ago. But again, ladies and gentlemen, this is the GOAT James Kingdom Show with B. Lee and A. Johnny. We're going live right now on our Facebook account. We're also going live on our IG account. So shout out to everybody who support us there. Make sure you subscribe to all of our content on YouTube. Hit that like button and also comment. We see a few of y'all in the comments. Shout out to everybody who's here. Let's go ahead and let's see. We got Brandon in the building. Hold on, Brandon. There you go. Wait. Let me see here. You gotta go ahead and disconnect yourself from the phone there, Brandon. Either way, what's good, Brandon? What's up, brother? Okay, my bad. No, I'm my bad. What's good, man? What's good, man? Thank you for joining us, man. Y'all know we got the regular panel as usual. We got T Perfect in the bottom. What up, T?
What's up, guys?
All right, we got Craig in the building. What up, Craig?
I feel like the oddball because I don't have anything that says GJK on.
Oh my God! Oh my God. You are a true MJ delegate. You are a true MJ delegate. Shout out to King John. King John is in full wardrobe. What up, King? Let me go ahead and unmute yourself, John.
Yes,
Oh man.
always talented. I'm here.
Yes, indeed, man. So we here to have some fun. So y'all heard what the GOAT had to say. Let's start with you, Brandon, man. You see LeBron can't say nothing, bro. He can't sit in his locker room and be asked a question and answer it honestly without everybody going crazy in the basketball world, man. What do you think of everybody going crazy over LeBron James stating no one wants to be the face of the league?
I mean, we always talked about it, how negative they are of the NBA, all the older players and everything. And I know they were talking about they're talking about Steph trying to be the greatest point guard of all time. They're like, there's no disrespect with like Steph Curry. But as soon as
Mm-hmm.
you mention LeBron, it's a disrespect because of Michael Jordan. All this surrounds Michael Jordan, and it just don't make any sense. It just does not make any sense. Like, just let these guys play basketball, basically. Like Stephen A. Smith has been on record calling the game soft. Like, the players are soft, and he can't even squash a grape, and he's calling somebody soft. So it just don't make any sense to me that they continue to constantly do this shit. And just like what LeBron James said during our All Star break, that he gave it to that morning because he wanted to play, but he, at that point he felt like he couldn't play because it was still a like nagging injury. All they
Yeah.
did was talk about how disrespectful LeBron James was to basketball. Someone else could have took his space and all his spot and all that other stuff. Like, someone who didn't make the All Star team should have been put on because of LeBron James. LeBron James holding things up. Like, it always negativity around LeBron James. As soon as Stephen A. Smith started talking about it, he's just negative about LeBron from the jump. Like, he cannot. It's something about LeBron that he hates or that he has to be negative about. It's one of the two, and it's like a reoccurring thing with him. As soon as LeBron James' name is mentioned, he just goes straight negative about LeBron James. Other than just answering the question. Like, this has nothing to do with anything but how the media is treating the players. You go to
What?
TNT, they're negative
Mm-hmm.
about them all the time.
But Stephen
Like,
A. Smith,
that's all they are, is negative
Stephen
about
A.
them all
Smith
the time.
claims it's not the media, it's the public, it's social media in general, and it's also the Hall of Famers and the ex champions that are the true ones complaining about the league and complaining about today's players.
Yeah,
That's his take, supposedly.
yeah, because
Supposedly.
because yeah, I know that's what he said. Like, it's like the TNT guys are the NBA guys, so they're negative about the NBA today. Like, that's all they are, is negative about it. Like, they don't promote the game like it should be promoted. Like, when Tom Brady was doing the game with Patrick Mahomes playing, he gave Patrick Mahomes his props. He was not discrediting anything about Patrick Mahomes. He didn't say one negative thing about Patrick Mahomes. He said he enjoyed watching him play. I'm pretty sure Tom Brady thinks he's the greatest quarterback of all time, and there's no need to disrespect Patrick Mahomes. But there's people going around saying Patrick Mahomes is the greatest quarterback of all time, but he don't really buy into that. Like, he's not going to speak negative about someone else. Like, you don't hear Jordan speaking negative about LeBron James either, but it's just those players who want to elevate their eras. And the media is the whole point of the social media um, click discrediting the NBA because it's what they continue to talk about. Like, they have most of the social media stuff is from Stephen A. and Skip Bayless. Let's just put it out there. It's just because those two,
Facts.
okay, they're so
Facts.
negative about the game today, and it is not even necessary to be this negative about the game.
No, you're right about that.
Yeah,
They use exactly what he says. They use exactly
yeah,
what Stephen A. Smith be saying. They use the same exact thing. It's crazy.
yeah.
That you said it. You said exactly that.
I mean, like a couple weeks ago, he was just saying how JJ Barea and Jason Terry shut down LeBron James. Stephen A. Smith said that. It makes no damn sense. If you watch the actual game, JJ Barea switched on him like twice in 20 years. But he shut down LeBron James, and Jason Terry shut down LeBron James. It makes no sense, but that's what all these clowns get that take from, and from those two.
They really do. They really do. They really do. So Travis, you've been on the other side of the tracks lately, hanging out there with the Zesty Jeffries. How do they feel about LeBron James talking about the face of the league and complaining about obviously the harsh criticism today's NBA players face in the game faces from these Zesty Jeffries and the media on top of that? Because it's true. Listen, I got. You know, I'm ready for y'all. I got the most zestiest of the zestiest Jeffries saying the most zestiest things of all time. I'm sorry, Craig. I got to go with it today, bro. These dudes can't let LeBron live, bro. Like, they just got to continually bring up stuff that have nothing to do. All LeBron James did was answer a question about how today's players don't want it. And LeBron doesn't even want it. And he's still it. He doesn't want it today, and they're still making him the face of the league. But go ahead, Travis. Go ahead, Travis. I'm sorry.
No, I mean, I think that Brandon was right. Like, I mean, obviously you have people in social media. There's like social media that come down on both sides or whatever. But I mean, in social media, it's really all just about this never-ending stupid debate that like people are caring less and less about. But in social media, or in like when you're talking about like watching the actual games, the actual media, like the TNTs, and they're full of people right now who are just openly biased. And aggressive towards the new or the current NBA. Like, they can't, like Brandon said, like even Tom Brady, he was, you know, I don't think he's anyone close to him as far as the GOAT. He's not sitting there ripping on today's NBA. He's just doing his job. He's just breaking down the game. He's analyzing plays, and that's what they should be doing. You know, and the doctors, that's what they should be doing during the game, especially on TNT. We have Barkley and, you know, Smith and Shaq. They're just sitting there 24/7, like trashing the league. And that's not good for anyone. We said it before, like, if you have an opinion, sure, like, express it one time, but just do your job. Like, analyze the matchups, make predictions. You don't have to sit there and rip. Because the players, I mean, LeBron is 100% right. And so was, like, you had Ant-Man the other day say that, too. Like, basically, he just wants to be a guy who shows up and plays and leaves. Like, they're not interested in being the face because they know they're going to get all the criticism. And none of the praise. There's not going to be, because you don't really have just an unbiased source of, I mean, aside from maybe, I mean, I can't really say, but you don't really have an unbiased source people can go to and be like, oh, cool, I can turn this on and have, you know, legitimate breakdowns. I don't have to hear them trashing, you know, LeBron James or Michael Jordan or any of the in between. I just want basketball takes. I mean, it's tough to say, like, because it's on both sides. It's not just one or the other, but I'd rather a lot of the negativity towards today's league get taken out. And I'm not going to say everyone's opinion is invalid, because I know that they feel ways but at the end of the day, I just tell these people, if you don't like today's package, don't watch it. You know, you don't have to sit on there and trash it. Just, you know, tune out. If it's not your cup of tea. But, you know, some people would rather ignore that.
That's how they are, man. They can't help themselves. They want attention. They claim that we clamoring for attention and all that other stuff, but they're the worst of the worst, man. Again, we got some clips here. We see some of y'all in the comment. Again, y'all go ahead and hit that like button. As y'all know, we are going live on FYF Sports Debate as well. Shout out to Lamont and everybody there. And again, we are talking about LeBron James being the face of the league and who will be the face of the league after him and why is it so hard to hold on to it. Shout out to Anthony Davis, a GOAT James Kingdom member in the building. Peace and blessings. He says, was Jordan the face of the league in 2003 at 40? No, he definitely wasn't. He wasn't even an all-star starter. They had to give it up.
They wanted him to be the face of the league. They wanted to be him the face. Who's the face of the league in 2003? Who do you think?
Shaq.
Shaq.
By far. Shaq is beloved. Everybody loves Shaq. Shaq is beloved.
Shaq, and
So
it was
Craig,
about to be Kobe.
Yeah, it should have been Kobe, but yeah. But, you know, they wanted Vince Carter as well, but Vince Carter didn't have the personality. Shaq had everything. Shaq had the personality, the big stature, pause. He was everything. He was definitely the face of the league. Shaq was everywhere. Shaq was on all commercials. He was a perfect representative of the league. Because, again, to be a face of the league, you also have to be very commercial. You have to be able to be universal. You have to be able to reach a different, broader audience. You can't just be, you know, you got to be corporate America to some degree. So Shaq knows how to play those games. And obviously we know that because Shaq's super rich. So, Craig, what do you think of LeBron James' statement? Now, this did all start off with Shannon Fry stating how the criticism for the league is just harsh. Like it's just Like they can't help themselves. But what do you think, Craig? Because we always here to talk basketball, but obviously this is something that's they don't want to talk about the Lakers winning, so they got to talk about something else. So this is big news.
I mean, at this point, negativity breeds money. The NBA is a business. There's no all of that stuff that's been going on. That TNT, all that contributed to the $77 billion they got. They didn't say, "Hey, we're gonna pay you $77 billion, but don't do this, don't do that." They paid for the games and what comes with the games. Right? People keep forgetting it's a business. No one has the attention span to sit there and watch someone speak intelligently about basketballs. So they're gonna do what most people do.
So are you saying that most NBA fans are just too? How can I say this? Too dense to understand.
The attention span of the average NBA fan is not
They're
what
too stupid.
It's not what it used to be. It is not.
I didn't want to say it.
Craig, just call them damn retards. It's fine.
Hey, you said it, not me.
You can't use that word, Travis. That word is very offensive, Travis. That is a very offensive word.
But the NBA don't need a face of the league anymore. They making money. They don't need a face of the league anymore. You can't compare the NFL to the NBA because there's no.
But LeBron is still.
There's no NFL player bigger than the Cowboys. LeBron James is bigger than every NBA team in the NBA.
But there's a lot of fans that watch the NBA that are not fans of any team.
I
like
remember
Chilltown.
when LeBron James was in Cleveland, half of the NBA fans were Cleveland fans. When he went to Miami, they all shifted to Miami. When he left,
that's what I'm saying. Players, guys are more fans of players than anything.
You can't do that in the NFL.
Yeah, like a majority of Michael Jordan fans are not Chicago Bulls fans. That's what I'm saying. Like majority of Michael Jordan fans aren't Bulls fans.
That's NBA period.
That's what I'm saying.
You don't hear about the Bulls You don't hear about the Bulls no more.
No, exactly. Unless it's the '90s Bulls. But again, the NBA, right? The NBA's logo is what? An actual player. The logo of the NFL is what? A shield. So we already know the NFL breeds everything around their teams. Like we already know.
No players come and go. They will never have this problem.
But see, that's not the thing. But that's the problem. If players should be able to come and go, because that's the fact, players do come and go. The ones that are here is the ones that should be appraised and be looked at. We shouldn't be trying to compare them, right? Because like Gilbert Arenas was trying to explain to him, when you say Kobe is second to Michael Jordan, you don't bring up nothing negative about why Kobe is second. You just explain why Kobe is second to Michael Jordan. But if you're going to talk about LeBron, the first thing you're going to mention is something negative, like Brandon said, and everything about LeBron's era, because they even try to separate Kobe from LeBron's era, and we've heard it plenty of times from Kobe Bryant fans here on GOAT James Kingdom, where they're like, oh, Kobe and LeBron didn't play in the same era. Or they try to act like Kobe and LeBron didn't play in the same era.
But that's like 11 years in the same.
But the whole point of trashing today's NBA. Yeah, but the reason you trash today's NBA is because you can't talk about how good today's NBA is at all. You really can't. You can't talk about it at all. No, they didn't do that in every era.
Players doing it in the 90s.
No, they never did that. They never did that.
You don't got a clip of Larry Bird claiming about the 90s being about what happened in the 90s being diluted.
He's talking about the teams. He's not talking about the players. He's not saying
the
players
about
suck.
The league.
But the guys are not talking about the league. Nobody's saying
they're
teams.
talking about the players in there.
They're talking about the players.
They don't know how to play the game correctly. They're soft. Like they're negative about the players, not about how many teams are in the league. They were saying that the league is watered down, and the 80 teams were better because it was less teams and better players on those teams, which isn't entirely false because there was 5 teams with great players on it, and in the 90s it was just spread out. So they felt like they could beat those teams because they didn't match up well versus them. I think that was one of the main reasons. But like nowadays, they're talking about players being soft. They don't know how to play. All they do is shoot threes. No one wants to watch it. Like they're
No,
very
no, but
negative about the players today.
even in the same breath of both Dr. J and Larry Bird talking about the expansion and the water down of the league, they gave the Bulls their credit. They said they're going to go down as one of the
Yeah.
greatest teams in the history. They have some great players on their team. They're dominating the game, so you have to give them their credit. Still, at the end of the day, they said you still have to give the Bulls their credit beyond all of these flaws that they supposedly said existed with watered down. But they don't do that in today's NBA. We can't praise nobody. You
Don't
can't
listen
tell
to
you.
the
Can't,
ones that do that because the negativity is the ones that bring attention.
But there's no
There's people that
negativity brought
praise
up.
the NBA.
That's what I'm saying. There was no negativity brought up. I've showed highlights and clips of all the time about how a regular Sunday afternoon game in the middle of February in 1994 was considered important because Bob Costas was doing the intro. Like, that's just basically it. Like, it had nothing else to do with nothing else.
So the media was better in the 90s than it is today.
That's exactly what LeBron and them are saying. That's what LeBron's saying. That the whoever's covering the league, like the ESPNs, the TNTs, they're doing a horrible job of talking about the players. They just want to talk crap about the players. And I'm going to show you here in a minute. Let's let King John get his take.
Ain't half the media these players.
That's what Stephen A. That's what Stephen A. Smith is saying, that the players are a part of it. They should be held accountable. Stephen A. Smith threw accountability on everybody but the media. He threw accountability on the players, the old players, the public. Everybody was supposed to be held accountable besides the media. And I got some more clips. We're gonna bring it up because, again, Stephen A. Smith is the leader and the president of the Zesty Jeffrey Coalition. But King John, I know you've been thirsty to go ahead and get on this pause. Go ahead and get your take in, man. These people can't leave LeBron alone. They still want him to be the face of the league just so that they can, like LeBron said, shit on him.
Yeah, the face of sports today is LeBron James, easily. Like Craig said, LeBron is bigger than any team in the NBA, and he got more followers than the whole NFL. So LeBron is the face of the league. The face of sports media today is Skip Bayless and Stephen A. Smith. So if you want to talk about if the media has caused a problem, they the face of it. So they've caused a big issue that nobody wants to have a conversation about. I've watched LeBron make his statement on Thursday. Stephen A. Smith said they don't talk negative about sports. I wanted to watch First Take. I just wanted to see what they start off because Steph Curry had a big game. He had dropped 56 Thursday. I just wanted to see if you were going to make LeBron James' point on the 8th block of your show, the start of your show, and you went on and talked negative about the players from the start of your show. You started off talking negative. You literally made LeBron James' point at the start of your show. Steph Curry had a big game, 56 points. Let's not have that conversation. You barely even talked about it on your whole show. I watched the show. I barely ever watched the whole show. I like to watch the first two, what they talk about in the beginning. I watched the whole show, and I wanted to see how much you talked about Steph Curry's game. LeBron James, Lakers had a big game too. Let's see how much you talk about that. No, you want to talk about what LeBron said. And Shannon Fry had just made the same comments. You didn't bring it up. It came up. LeBron James, the power his voice has is so strong that it matters to them, and what he says matters to everyone. So why did he bring it up? Because he knows it brings attention to his show when LeBron James speaks. It matters to all of them. Even Skip Bayless got a social media page. Who do you think he talked about the most? LeBron James. So it happens every day when LeBron says matter. The face of the league, nobody wants to be the face of the league. They got to see firsthand every day how they talk about LeBron James. Now, it monetarily, it's helped. He's a billionaire. But it's not just you who has to go through that. It's everybody in your family who's going to have to deal with you being the face of the league. Everybody. What don't you know about LeBron James' mother, his wife, and all his kids? You think they ain't searched for LeBron James' father? I think they just can't find him. So I mean,
you
let's
see
be
how y'all
That
real.
mean,
equate
hey,
the
hey,
GOAT?
John. That mean he blacker than a motherfucker if they can't find
But
him.
see how
Huh?
y'all equate the GOAT debate with the face of the league? You don't have to be the GOAT debate shouldn't matter with the face of the league. When Shaq was in the face of the league, no one's saying he was the greatest of all time. They should know how to separate the two. You could be the face of the league. You don't have to bring anything about no GOAT debate. That's the people problem. Just how like y'all mentioned Tom Brady and Patrick Mahomes. Tom Brady was never the face of the NFL. He was just winning. No one's the only time he was the face is when they got caught cheating.
And
What?
you know, you brought up the Channing Frye statement because obviously that was what, like I said, sparked everything. Shout out to Adrian Knight. Thank you for always watching us and supporting what we do here in GOAT James Kingdom. No, I do not have the Channing Frye comment because I didn't think it was necessary because obviously you guys should be paying attention to LeBron enough to know what Channing Frye said. But what I do have for you guys though is Stephen A. Smith reaction to his little soliloquy because like King John said, they went on and started their first take the other day, and the show was about the idea who was the face of the league and LeBron James' statement about how the media covers the actual players and why nobody wants to be the actual face of the league, and only LeBron could actually bear those shoulders because no other player could take the type of criticism that becomes a part of being the face of the league like today's NBA, and LeBron is the only one that could actually hold it down. So he goes on a whole 5-minute soliloquy. They give him a whole chance to speak. They bring Gilbert Arenas on intentionally for this. Gilbert Arenas sits there, lets him speak. He lets Gilbert Arenas speak. Now Windhorst is supposed to get his turn. Now watch what Windhorst starts off with and how Windhorst starts speaking about how there is an imbalance. He believes that there should be a nostalgia in the NBA. We should appreciate the past eras and all that other stuff and hold it with nostalgia, but there is an unbalance on how they talk about today's player. So let's let Windhorst talk and watch how obviously Stephen A. responds.
What LeBron's talking about, and I know what he's talking about because he referred to what Channing Frye said. Channing Frye said it's hard for modern players to deal with nostalgia, which is exactly what you two are talking about. That is what LeBron is talking about. I think nostalgia is incredibly important to pump up the game. When I leave here today, the Uber driver will ask me about LeBron versus Jordan. Mm-hmm. The people at the airport will ask me about LeBron versus Jordan. When I'm in Abu Dhabi, when I'm in Shanghai, when I'm in Manila, people want to talk about that. Mm-hmm. But I do agree with LeBron on this. We are a little out of balance. Mm-hmm. The greatness of the modern game is not celebrated as much as it should. I am not arguing that we should not compare to all the other ages. It's part of what makes the sport enriching. Mm-hmm. But we are out of balance. The complaints about the night-to-night and the style of play are out of balance. And that includes our friends at TNT. In my opinion, they're out of balance. They should celebrate more.
You heard what he said, right? They should just celebrate more, right? And we got Mr. Zesty Jeffrey Brandon Katz all up in the comments, right? Mr. Wall Street Brandon over here talking about this is a bad take. LeBron James likes attention and he brings it on himself. Ain't nobody telling anybody to go ask Windhorst wherever Windhorst goes to ask about LeBron James. Nobody does that. LeBron James has nothing to do with Windhorst basically having an entire career predicated on following LeBron James's career. That has nothing to do with LeBron at all. So that's y'all problem, that y'all love LeBron James so much that y'all can't help but talk about him, and y'all have to talk about him negatively because somehow that makes you feel better. Now, you heard what Windhorst said, right? Watch what happens here when Stephen A. Smith just can't handle himself, when he hears all of this knowledge being spoken by Windhorst.
If the NBA asked me to come up with a marketing plan, which they would never do, I would say the NBA's plan, the NBA's logo should be greatness every night. Because it is. It's never been better. Gil and I were just talking before the show. I loved watching Gil as a player. One of my favorite players of all time. You go back and look, 2005, 6, 7, and compare it to now. Yeah. This game is way higher level being played. I don't know if you agree with me. I've heard you on your pod. Sometimes you don't always agree.
Time out. I've had enough of that. Wow. I'm not letting you get away with that. I'm not letting you get away with that. Neither one of y'all, okay? Let me tell you why. Effort matters. I'm certainly not trying to imply that a LeBron James or most players go out on the court and don't give effort. Mm-hmm. In between those lines, there's a lot to celebrate. I'm saying the sullying of the product. When are you going to take accountability for doing that to your own product? When I brought up the All-Star game, that doesn't play a role in you selling your own product. When we used to lament load management, that didn't play a role in them selling their own product. And the reason why, and this is the beauty that I love about this industry. I love the fact I'm not one of those cats that don't want former players. Oh, no, I want all of them on. I want the former players. I want the present players. I want you all on, because guess what? Those players are the ones telling us. You and I talked about this yesterday. It's the Hall of Famers. It's the champions. Yo, man, you held us to this standard. What you doing here? Give a damn how much the game has changed. In the end, between those lines, when it comes down to it, it comes down to it. You got to handle that. This is the criteria. The criteria didn't change. They're trying to get you to change it.
So, as you can see, he cut the man off like a zesty Jeffrey does all the time. Don't even let nobody speak. Didn't even get a chance. You saw Gil's face. Shout out to Gil with Arenas here for watching us and supporting what we do here every Sunday afternoon. He puts it right here. The NBA coverage has been bad. Won't fix it itself until they take accountability. You heard him now blaming older players, saying that they're telling us that we have to hold these players to a certain standard so that they can elevate the game, right? Like the players of the past elevated the game. Well, if I'm doing the same thing somebody did 30 years ago, am I really elevating the game? I'm supposed to be doing something different. I'm supposed to be elevating the game, doing something different and changing the game. You can't keep comparing me and saying I should be doing it like this guy when I'm not in the same era as this guy. That's the problem right there. He didn't even allow Windhorst to praise today's NBA. As soon as he said today's NBA was better, that's it. They snap. You cannot talk about how good today's NBA is in any light because they want you to believe that the past was better. And we must go back. They want us to go back 30 years, ladies and gentlemen. I've never heard this in my life, how somebody wants to go back in the past.
So
this doesn't make sense.
So do they want to bring cocaine back in the NBA? Just a real question. Do they want to bring it back?
It never left.
Do they want to bring it back?
Like Mar said, he's about to cry and cut people off.
You can hide that stuff nowadays. You can be zoomed right in the game.
he went off about effort. Like, what does LeBron James, Kevin Durant, Stephen Curry, Giannis, and Jason Tatum have to do with effort? They're not Kawhi Leonard. They're not Paul George. They're not Joel Embiid, which is the guys that they love to go to when we're talking about load management. LeBron James doesn't load manage.
Who started load management?
Kevin Durant doesn't load manage.
That Stephen A is talking about. No, the narrative is about LeBron James. Like, they don't care about other players. They don't care about Shea, who shoots a lot of mid-range jumpers. They don't talk about him. They don't care about him. He's the one who plays the game similar to the 90s. But they don't talk about him. It's all about LeBron James. LeBron James, the All-Star game. LeBron James not giving the effort. Like, this is everything surrounds LeBron James. It's not even the players today because they don't care about those players. They don't care about Jason Tatum. Like, they don't really care about the other players. The whole theory is about LeBron James. Whatever is bad about the NBA, it's LeBron James. LeBron James walked off the court 5 minutes before the game ended. They relate that to all the players in the NBA. That's what Stephen Smith relates to the NBA. Like, everything he talks about, it's about LeBron James. It's never about anyone else. It's never about anyone else. It's about LeBron James. The only player he throws shots at is Kevin Durant because Kevin Durant don't like him. That's the only other player that he tries to bring up. He doesn't say anything negative about Steph Curry. He doesn't say anything negative about anyone else. It's all about LeBron James. He thinks LeBron James is soft, so he calls the NBA soft. He's upset that LeBron James don't kiss his ass, so he takes his part to actually try to speak negative about the NBA, all because of LeBron James. That's all it is. If you watch any of his breaks in basketball, you can relate it back to LeBron James.
No, I always told y'all, everything that we talk about in the game of basketball is predicated towards the GOAT debate. Those guys in PC got mad at me when I said that. Every time I go on anybody's platform and we're talking the game of basketball, it is going to be, again, predicated towards the GOAT debate. It started when I told people that this guy, Julius Randle, in the 2022 season, had a season that was comparable to Larry Bird's MVP season. They went berserk. Like he said that we should be able to compare these era, but I can't compare this era to use it as to make it as great as the old era. I can only compare this era to make it negative. You only want to compare them when you want to talk about it being negative, where it's not capable of being as good as back then. which is a lie, and it's all predicated on lies. Akeem Olajuwon was suspended, ladies and gentlemen, for faking an injury and not playing.
It would kill you today. You did that.
Again, Akeem Olajuwon was suspended for faking an injury and not playing. For the same reason Stephen A. Smith gets mad talking about players' low management because of how much money they make, he did it for the same reasons. He wanted more money and he wasn't willing to play until they decided to give him more money. He wasn't willing to hurt himself, so he decided to fake an injury so he couldn't play basketball, and they suspended him for it. Y'all don't want to bring that up. When they talk about Michael Jordan's gambling issues, no one was talking about how Michael Jordan was a bad basketball player because he liked to gamble. They were saying, well, wait a minute. You are playing bad. This is the Eastern Conference Finals. We caught you in Atlantic City after you got blown out. Why are you in Atlantic City having fun gambling? That's what they were questioning. Michael Jordan didn't. In fact, Michael Jordan did not want to be the face of the league, ladies and gentlemen. He did not like it. He didn't want it. It was too hard for him. They were scrutinizing him. Y'all talk about there was no media back then. That's what created the outside basketball world to pay attention to the NBA. Was paying attention to Michael Jordan. Now you started having all these obscure media sites paying attention to what Michael Jordan does, like the TMZ type of things, the tabloid people back then who just wanted to write a story about Michael Jordan. So they were finding stories about Michael Jordan gambling and all these little illicit things that Michael Jordan was doing outside of basketball, which nobody in the basketball world was talking about. And whenever you got to the basketball world and you sat in front of a Bob Costas or a Peter Vesey or one of these people that were talking basketball back then, guess what they were doing? They were questioning your legitimacy to even report this. When Skip Bayless went out and said that Troy Aikman was supposedly gay, they went at him. Like, why are you talking about this? This has nothing to do with his game. You can't in today's NBA. Like he said, we know about LeBron James's mama and who she's supposed to be dating. We know about who's having sex with teammates' wives. And Gil, you kind of wrong for that too, because y'all be gossiping about that on the couch there on Gilbert Arenas show. Y'all be gossiping about players and their wives. Y'all got to stop doing that. Leave the NBA players alone and their wives. Y'all out here messing with people's wives.
They don't be sitting up on each other podcasts giving us the inside scoop.
But it doesn't stop. Here we go. Listen, let's let the king of the Zesty Jeffries speak.
Now, what you gonna do to that fan that you talked about when the fan is in the car with you and he said, all right, he asked you about LeBron compared to MJ. By the way, LeBron James, you ain't the only damn person they ask about with comparisons. Don't they ask about Isaiah? Don't they ask about Magic? Don't they ask about Steph Curry and whether or not he's the greatest point guard in the game? Didn't they ask about Russell Westbrook when he was averaging a triple-double and he was winning the league MVP? Haven't they looked at Kevin Durant and talked about his greatness? They did all of that with everybody. He ain't the only person they've done it to. And what do you have? You got players out here making generational wealth. We've seen this happen, and don't try to deny this, fellas. We've seen cats. Where does load management emanate from? Hey, people get hurt all the time. People don't play. That stuff happens. But you saw guys signing for 9 figures and saying, I don't want to jeopardize my future earnings. They ain't earned what they just got. And they were making those decisions. And when the public pointed out, why did the public point it out? Because half the time you didn't know when they were not going to play. You find out after you showed up to the arena. Oh, they're not playing tonight. Really? That's what I paid for. So all of these things play a role. And when you're talking about these players and how they're critiqued, and you're talking about nostalgia and what have you, you lean on the greats who elevated the game to compare to the future because the standard was established. If you're going to look, you've been marveling about Gilbert Arenas and Agent Zero was that dude. We know this, okay? Well, guess what? If somebody's got a game that's similar to yours, that reminds them of you, inevitably it's going to draw comparisons. How is that hating? That's celebrating. But not only do they not take it that way, now this modern era is all about, oh, you're disrespecting the brothers.
Can y'all tell me when has Stephen A. ever used Stephen Curry, Kevin Durant, anybody in comparison, Westbrook, anybody in comparison to the past in a positive light?
I mean, he just went up there a lot about so much stuff.
Didn't he put KD in his top 10?
Yeah. Do anybody know what load management originated from? The San Antonio Spurs. everybody knows that that's what load management started. And players have came out and said at the beginning of the season, management come to them and show, well, this what games we're going to sit you out for doing this road trip. That's where load management started. And nobody wants to take that responsibility, but it's on the players. Okay, I got you.
I mean, like somebody like Stephen A. Smith wants players to play hurt and have a shorter career.
No, he
And
said
they
no,
get
no.
mad that
He
they're
said that.
not.
He said if
Yeah.
you're hurt, you're hurt. He was talking about. You remember he brought up the money. He brought up how you getting paid
That's
all this
part of
money.
it.
He loved count other men's pockets. I never understood this a day in my life. How you sitting here worrying about what billionaires are paying other people for their employment, right? I never understood this. He wants to. Matter of fact, Brandon, should we say, you know what, Stephen A., you get paid a lot of money to talk the game of basketball. You should talk it better. Should he take offense to that if we told him that? Because to be honest with you, he makes the most money of anybody who talks the game of basketball. Shouldn't we get the right to, like he said, the players are saying it, we're saying it as fans, that you're not doing a good job. Should he take us and be like, okay, and take that accountability that he's not doing a good job with all the money he makes?
You got to be a fan.
Of course not.
Stephen A.
Of
Smith
course
playing.
not. Especially like if they told him like he had to drive across country to do his shows, just like they did in the 60s and 70s, it'd be like you're crazy. This is 2025. So why should things be like it was 30 to 40 years ago? If I'm pretty sure he won't want the same things in his career. So it don't make any sense.
Man, it's
It don't
about
make
the
any
bottom
sense.
line. Whatever makes the most money makes the most sense.
But no,
Yeah.
that's not true, Craig. Because people don't understand. Listen, companies don't spend billions of dollars on advertising and marketing because they can't influence how you think or how you approach or how you see things. They can legitimately show us the game in a better way. That way we're not talking about load management.
And they haven't, so I don't watch them to get any type of influence. That's all you gotta do. We have a whole episode about a show I don't watch. Like,
And I agree with you. I don't watch this show. I remember when John sent us the message and John was asking, and I was like, yo, I don't watch this. I don't sit here and watch it. But again, it is our job here in GOAT James Kingdom, because we're part of the social media world, and it's our job to expose these type of things, because these are what they're, again, First Take is the #1 show when we're talking about morning shows for sports. So he's reaching a very large audience.
It's working. All they talk about is LeBron and the Cowboys, and they #1. So they're gonna continue to talk about LeBron and the Cowboys. So why stop the cash cow?
But if they start talking about LeBron in a positive light, would that hurt the cash cow?
Let's see how the numbers do. Have one,
Because you got a right to talk about the Cowboys the way they talk about the Cowboys. He has a right to say the things that he say about the Cowboys.
Everybody on that show.
They shouldn't be talking about the Cowboys, period. They're not even a good team.
Cowboys. It's a collective effort to hate the Cowboys. That's the only time a Jordan fan and LeBron fan will get together is to hate on the Cowboys.
No, I mean, it definitely would though hurt the ratings, because, I mean, I think we all know that like a lot of fans just like controversy. They like the back and forth. They like the debate. They don't want you to just.
No, not a lot of fans. Stop it, man. The young people don't like that. The young people don't like that, man.
There's definitely a lot.
It's in our age group. The guys that are in between the ages of 30 and 45, or 30 and that age group, 35 to 50, that age group.
Millions of them.
The guys that grew up watching Jerry Springer, watching Maury Povich in the morning because they didn't have jobs, and they like, again, Zesty Jeffries wake up 12 noon. Just like the dude Chauncey from Menace to Society. I don't wake up till 12
Well, dude, it's
noon.
like anything else. You're
it.
not going to click on a video that is, you know exactly what it's about. You want to click on something that grabs your attention, like the headlines, like, so you can tune into like First Take and hear takes that either you agree with or you want to side with the person.
Travis? You do that at the supermarket, Travis? When you go to the supermarket and you see the tabloid picture that tells you some crazy shit about some celebrity, you click on it, you actually open up the magazine and start reading it?
Yeah, I buy every single one of them.
Exactly. You don't. I know you don't. So why click on it? Why are we letting the special ed Zesty Jeffries control media and give them an actual voice?
Because they got the
like you said,
voice.
like you said, use the word. What are they, Travis? Travis, use the word, Travis. What are they? Go ahead, Travis. You're the only one who can use it because you're in Hawaii. You can use it in Hawaii. It's not really American.
What do you want
Go
me to
ahead.
say? Retards?
Oh, exactly.
Well, we don't have a choice. Like it's their views are going to subsist or continue. Like we can't do anything about it.
This is a business.
Like even if we don't watch
I
it.
don't know. They say the views are down. The Laker games are the most viewed games. This idiot here again, Wall Street Brandon, loves to talk nonsense. He asked some silly question. He goes here. He says LeBron James has never been as marketable as Jordan. Yes, he is. He's more marketable than Michael Jordan because he doesn't have any dents in his legacy. The NBA is making more money with LeBron James than they've ever made, even with Michael Jordan. What are you talking about? Michael Jordan was only eligible because, again, it was the 90s. Jordan he himself said he wouldn't be able to be who he is in today's media. Get the hell out of here. Like LeBron James is pristine. Any company is willing to give LeBron James any amount of dollar to promote their product. He is more marketable than Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan is more popular because Michael Jordan came before him. We'll say that. But if LeBron came out in 1984 with the way he carries himself, with no issues, no nothing, what? Get out of here. Get out of here.
My thing is Michael Jordan don't need their help to be great.
He really doesn't.
I just do not understand why you have to constantly bring Michael Jordan up when you're trying to give takes about the game today. Like that's what they do. For some reason, LeBron James do something and they have to attach Michael Jordan to it. Like I understand both of them are the two greatest of all time. They're in the record books for everything. But sometimes Jordan is not even near those records and they still bring them up. Like, why can't we just let him be great? Like, they don't do Joe Montana like that. They let Joe Montana be great. They just let him be great. Like, you don't talk about Derrick Henry and bring up Jim Brown and Walter Payton. Like, you just don't do that.
Facts.
They just talk about those players. Like,
Facts.
I know, like Craig said, they just doing it for clicks. But damn, can we just have a day that
You see
LeBron
what's going
James is not
on in this
disrespected?
world?
Can we have a day that God, yeah, can he just not be disrespected for one day once he
We're
do
never gonna
something?
get that day,
Yeah,
The
it's
NBA.
over. He keeps up.
Hey,
Never gonna
Like,
get
come
it.
on.
that's what Gilbert Arenas said. He said being called the next Michael Jordan is a career ruiner.
Yes, he is.
Legitimately.
I never heard no one say that he was the next. LeBron was the next Jordan. I've never heard that.
That's why.
He
No,
was
that's
just-
another. Oh wait, this
yeah.
is another thing they said. They said that LeBron was asking to be the face because, for one, he wore the number 23. When we all know the number 23 does not belong to Michael Jordan, right? Secondly, he signed with
He
Nike.
did say he wear 23 because of
I
Jordan.
mean,
he did
he
say
And
was
so
a
many-
teenager. He was
and
a freaking
so-
teenager. Come on, he got
and
the
so-
chosen one on his
okay.
back. He's a teenager.
Who
He's doing
doesn't?
teenage
Oh wait, who wasn't born in the mid '80s who ended up being an NBA player who didn't admire Michael Jordan? Go ahead, Craig. Tell me who that player
I'm just saying, you can't say you about to say to me that said he put it on himself because he won 23 because of Jordan when the man.
But that doesn't mean he wants to be Michael Jordan. No, he just inspired. He never said he wanted to
he
be
was a
Michael
teenager.
Jordan.
Keep it
He
to
was a
yourself.
teenager. He just wanted
No,
to play basketball.
Okay, wait. So him signing with Nike, that's also wanting to be
I
the face
don't
of the league
know.
and
He
being like
never said
Michael.
I signed with Nike.
No, but that's what they were
He
saying, and
said
that's what.
I wore the
That's what
number
they're saying.
23 because I'm going by
Okay,
the jersey number.
being called the chosen one. Was it his fault that Michael Jordan called him the chosen one because Michael Jordan was dogging him in
He
a?
was called the chosen one because of Michael Jordan, but he did say I wore.
But that's why he got that number.
because of
That's why
Michael
he.
Jordan.
But that's why he got that name. But it's because of Michael Jordan.
I heard
He got
him
that
say,
name-
I wore the number 23 because of Michael Jordan.
No, I'm
So,
telling you that they used
You can
the
bring
number
up-
23.
you
No,
can
I'm bringing
bring
up
up
everything that they use. Don't
Nike
stop there.
contract. I'm
Why are
going
you
by
just
what
defending?
Fans said.
Why are you just defending the 23 and you're not defending the fact that they brought up him
I'm
signing
going
with
by
Nike?
what LeBron said.
What
No,
about what
I-
Iverson said
Until
about
he says
Jordan?
something about the Nike, I don't care
all right,
about
so-
the Nike.
How many players wear number 23 because of Michael Jordan, Craig?
Lou Williams,
Is LeBron the only
How
one?
many
Is he
players
the
are we
only
talking
player that
about?
said that?
Are we talking about
Lou
LeBron
Williams,
James?
Lou
But that's the
Williams
point. Why are we talking about LeBron James? Why? Why?
Why are we having this episode about what LeBron James saying? We doing the same
Because we have to
thing
we
they
have to
doing.
try to figure this out. We're gonna put the link up, but none of the Zesty Jeffries going to answer our question.
We're doing
Why
the
do they
same
care
thing
about
they
LeBron
doing.
James so much? No, I'm not. Well, nobody's doing nothing like them. I'm not the one who's sitting around here trying to find things on Michael Jordan. I already know
I'm
Michael
not
Jordan's
either.
career. That's the whole point. No, I don't care about Michael Jordan. They keep saying we bring up Michael Jordan. They keep telling us LeBron can't be the GOAT because of Michael Jordan. And we can't see why Michael Jordan prevents LeBron from being the GOAT. There's nothing. They have nothing to say why LeBron can't be better than Jordan. Nothing. So why can't y'all leave us alone? Like we leave Stephen A alone when he wants to say his silliness. We don't bother him.
We got a whole episode about
Get him on the show, Johnny, and we'll ask him that.
Giving him attention.
Stephen A. Smith ain't got no time for us. He's not gonna. We don't. People like that, like they're asking for Gilbert Arenas to hit the link and join us again. We are just regular dudes talking game. We are the fans, the same fans Stephen A. Smith say that matter, that complain because they pay tickets to go see a game.
Being upset about what they saying about the NBA.
You know Gilbert won't join us.
Them report to them.
I am reporting to them. You're telling me to stop reporting to them because you want to defend 23. You want to defend number 23. I don't know why you want to defend this idea that LeBron can't wear 23.
I'm just going by what LeBron said. He said he wore 23 because of Michael Jordan. So somebody would have assumed.
Why does that? But what does that have to do with him wanting to be the face of the league? That has nothing to do with it, Craig.
We're not talking about his favorite player as a teenager.
Yeah.
We're talking about him. They're saying that he did this because he wanted to be the face of the league. No, that was just his favorite player at that time. He was a teenager. He was a teenager. He
signed with Nike because Nike gave him the best deal. He signed with Nike because Nike gave him the best deal.
They gave him $100 million. Like, what teenager wouldn't do that? Like, it has nothing to do with him wanting to be the face of the league. That's what they're saying, Chris. They're saying that he did all these things so he could be face of the league.
That's what my point is. The NBA don't need a face of the league. They got enough. Everybody's making money more than ever. More players is making money off the court more than ever. They don't need the face of the league.
That's false.
Every sport has to have a face. Everybody has a face.
Everyone needs one.
Everyone has a face. Yeah, the NFL is Patrick Mahomes. The NBA is LeBron James. Like it's not that they are the reason that their sport is popular, but they need someone to take that matter.
Popular than Patrick Mahomes. There's no NBA team more popular than LeBron James.
They need a face of the league. The NFL face of the league is Patrick Mahomes. Like they need him to be the face of the league.
He's the face.
They need him to be the player. Yeah. The Cowboys is not the face of the league. They're just. I don't know why they still talk about the Cowboys. Like they're not even
Patrick Mahomes to the league. Everybody talks about. They have a whole segment about.
Like there's no. That's what I'm saying. There's no point, but they have to have
about the owner to the coach. To the player, to the
and Patrick Mahomes, and they talk about Patrick Mahomes just as equally.
But Patrick Mahomes is the next AFC Championship game. That's it. They put more emphasis on how bad the Cowboys are instead of how good the Kansas City Chiefs and Patrick Mahomes are.
I mean, they talk about Patrick Mahomes they talk about the Chiefs all the time. Like they talk about Patrick Mahomes all the time.
Look, see, Gilbert Arenas says here, look, I guess he's saying LeBron. LeBron wore Adidas freshman, sophomore, junior because probably they were sponsoring his high school, and Nike came to him with a bag under the nose. He wasn't a Nike guy. Jordan wasn't even a Nike guy.
Jordan wasn't a Nike guy.
That's what he's talking about. Jordan. He's talking about Jordan. That's what he's talking about. Jordan.
Yeah, they gave him the money. Like
yeah.
They ain't going to know the companies he didn't want to give him what he wanted. So Nike was the only one to offer him his own shoe line.
Yeah, and why wouldn't I tattoo the chosen one on my chest if it's on the SI cover, which is a part of LeBron James' legacy, the first high school player to be put on the SI cover of all, which we all know SI is a illustrious sports magazine, right? He gets to put on the cover of that. And then he gets called the chosen one because Michael Jordan calls him that. Why can't he put that on his chest?
He was a teenager, man. He was a teenager. I don't know why we have this. Like, they always use this stuff against him when he was a teenager doing teenage stuff. He wasn't like 40 years old or 30 years old doing this stuff. He was a kid. He was in high school when he did this stuff. Man, when I was in high school, I did a lot of things I wouldn't do today.
He was a teenager in 2014 when he ran back to Cleveland and jumped right back to the number 23. He was a teenager then.
He can't wear 23 in Miami.
Yeah.
He really can't.
Cool. Anyway, how about fuck LeBron James and we have a bunch of great playoff races shaping up? How about that?
Playoff race? What playoff race?
Positioning?
Playoff race?
I want to see the Lakers and the Mavs in the first round.
I want to apologize to Travis and what he had to deal with the other day. I ain't gonna even say the show he was on, but he has too much knowledge to go on certain shows and guys direct his conversation and tell him LeBron James can't be better than him because of everything but basketball. But basketball, I mean, I couldn't even finish. I'm sorry, Travis. I couldn't finish listening to that crap because it's like you have too much knowledge for that. You're too talented for that. I mean, certain shows you go on, certain shows you just need to stay away from. Like Johnny was saying, there's certain shows you just need to stay away from, man. I mean,
I learned my lesson, man. That was your boy
Nah,
Man
don't
Down
stay.
Sports.
No, don't stay. Listen, don't stay away. Like I told you, make sure when they go live, you hit me up. You say, "Hey Johnny, they going live. Let me know." Don't be.
Yeah, I don't follow none of
I
these
will,
people, so
dude.
you can't get that from me. I will never know what
No, that's
somebody
fine. Don't
live.
worry.
I'm
That's
always
why.
gonna get after.
That's why we got Travis for, man. Travis is our double agent. Go ahead, Travis. Do our thing. Double O 07 Travis. 007 Travis.
Yeah, his hat
007
says
Travis.
"Go Jordan Kingdom." That's what the J stands
Just
for.
more
Travis,
LeBron and
Travis,
Kobe to region.
Travis, the real reason why we can't talk about playoff race, you hear talking about playoff race, because we're still in the GJK Civil War. And during this GJK Civil War, it's still parade. Look, again, y'all, listen, I keep telling y'all, there is a Civil War going on. We got Herm out in the building. Shout out to Hollywood Herm, Goat James Kingdom member. He's on
What's
Fred's side.
a Civil War? What's that? What's the Civil War?
Between you and I about what's going to happen with the
About
Lakers
what?
this season. Oh, look, Brandon, look. This is just, look who's on your side, Brandon.
yeah.
Look who he's here for, Brandon. Look who. What do you think he's here for? He's here for you to come at me because I'm out here doing
Of
this.
course.
I'm out here cooking. Yeah, they out here. They're out here
What you
upset,
cooking?
man.
The Lakers got the third seed
cooking?
there, buddy.
What
The
you
Lakers
cooking?
got the third seed.
Look. There you go again. Look, Brandon, be on point. Look, see, Brandon, these are all your boys, right? These are my guys, right? These are your guys, right? These are your guys.
I know.
right?
What you cooking though? What you cooking? I'm lost. What you cooking?
I don't know. Travis said let's talk about playoff race. Let's talk about Anthony Davis. How close are the Dallas Mavericks making the playoff race since they lost last night?
Yesterday.
They lost last night. How we looking with Anthony Davis making his return?
What are they
and
like
helping them?
ninth right now? I mean,
I don't think they that high.
Where did Lakers? Didn't the Lakers just make it to the third?
Yeah, they third seed.
I think so,
Huh?
sir. Yeah, they passed the Grizzlies.
Yeah, they
Hey,
third
listen.
seed.
Listen, because we have not settled the Civil War, there is no segment for you gentlemen. So we're gonna let the people come up. All right, we're gonna let Goat James Kingdom members up first. So the link is up for all Goat James Kingdom members.
Minnesota.
Yeah. The Lakers played tonight
Dallas-
against the Clippers.
Dallas
They beat the Clippers the other night. They look real good without Ruri. And what's it called? Ruri's not gonna be playing for a week now. They said they're gonna reevaluate Ruri in a week. And this guy's dealing with a calf strain, Austin Reeves. So it's just gonna be LeBron and Luka now. Which I'm gonna say tonight when the Lakers win again on a back-to-back versus the Clippers and hold down the fort for the Los Angeles Lakers and the Los Angeles fan base. Because again, it's gonna be a parade on Crenshaw.
The Dodgers?
Who said that the Lakers wasn't going to win a title?
Huh?
Me.
You said they were gonna win it next year, Brandon, not this year.
I said they had a better chance next year to win it once they have an off season. And I said hopefully they sweep everyone and win the title. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, here we go.
The
Look,
Civil
Brandon-
War is actually.
I'm saying
over.
the only
It's
thing I
ending.
said was
Brandon's
the only
waving
thing
a white
I said
flag. He's
was-
waving a
was
white
Anthony
flag.
Davis
He is
was
waving a white
white
flag.
When did I
waving a
say
white
that the
flag.
Lakers
He is waving a white
was
flag.
going to lose in the playoffs?
It's all right. We can end the
When
Civil
did I
War
say
tonight.
that?
Oh
That's
my
fine. We
God.
can end the Civil War tonight.
When did I say that?
I'll remove all troops
I
from
said
territories that you
Anthony
own, Brandon. I'll remove the troops from all the territories you own.
The defense will be better with Anthony Davis. That's the only thing I said.
They haven't been better with Anthony Davis. They really haven't. They've been better without him. Way better without him. Way better.
Yeah. The last 5 games after Davis played, they were pretty good in defense.
The last 5 games he played. What about the last 15 games they played without him?
I mean, they've been good as well. Just like you said, they didn't have
they've been
all the
better.
players. So,
They were better. They've been better. UMS not.
no,
watching
I'm just
Friday
saying,
night
I would
exposure.
trust a defense with Anthony Davis more than a defense with Luka. That's all it was.
Yep, that's why we were crying these last 2 years against Denver. We ain't gonna be crying against Denver this year. Tell him Ishmael.
Hopefully.
Go James Kingdom member.
Hopefully.
What's good, Ishmael?
What's up, y'all? What's up to the panel? How y'all doing?
What's good, Israel?
Yeah, I just want to give my take on the whole face of the league. And all that talking stuff about Stephen A. Smith and stuff. This is not. I wouldn't blame this all on Stephen A. Smith. I would blame this on the NBA. This is the NBA fault for allowing ESPN and all these sports shows, even on Fox Sports sometimes, to be able to ridicule the NBA the way it is. The NBA needs to take blame for it. Like, why would I don't understand the logic. Also, it's a player's fault for why let's say hypothetically the NBA and its ratings are bad and people don't really like the product. It's not the player's problem in order to make the product better. It's the league. It's the commissioner. You know what I'm saying? To be able to make better results of it. If you enable people to talk mess about you all the time, and at the same time you're also working with them because the ESPN does have rights to the games and whatnot, and be able to commentate on them, then the NBA is the problem for that. They're enabling you, so they have to do a better job in order to police who talks about their product. Because I'm pretty sure you wouldn't want somebody talking ill will about GJK, and especially you're paying them or working them, and they have rights to your games and comment and stuff. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I think that's the bigger picture.
I think one of the main reasons is they're paying them billions of dollars to do it. That's why. So they allow it to happen because of the money.
I mean, I don't think it's really worth it.
You gotta take the good with the bad when you get that $77 billion check. You gotta take everything.
You gotta take one for the team. That's what it is.
Take one for the team. They don't like to take one for the team. They really don't. But you know what though, Ishmael, you really can't tell ESPN. You can advise them because that's what they pay for. They pay for the rights to show your product. They're in charge of the production of anything that they produce for the NBA as far as the games that are on their channel or on their whatever, their streams, whatever. So the NBA can provide advice, but it's predicated on them. Now the NBA can say, hey, just like they told TNT, we didn't like what you want, so we're not gonna renew our contract with you. Right? But ESPN and ABC, they like ESPN and ABC. Because again, Stephen A. Smith is barely on the actual basketball stuff when they do the games. He's sometimes he's there for the major games, but he's barely there for their day-to-day stuff. The NBA on ESPN lineup
He only comes for marquee games.
Yeah, exactly. You got Malika Andrews, Richard Jefferson, Kendrick Perkins.
She's not good either.
And the Nigerian girl, she fine as hell. Her fine self.
Most of them it's not even just Stephen A. Smith. They have a lot of people on ESPN that talk mad crap about the product as well. And then there's a lot of rumors about even Malika Andrews and whatnot. She's not really good. Some of the players don't even like her cause it's like rumors and stuff. Like ESPN is a bunch of mess. Like it's not, like I said, it's not just Stephen A. Smith. There's a whole bunch of people on ESPN that is just with agendas, and they're just talking ill will about the product. Like it's not like ESPN in general. It's just like been terrible. It's not like how it used to be, back in the 2000s and whatnot, like Stuart Scott and whatnot, that really talk well about like basketball or sports. Like I was a lot younger, but even then I enjoyed like the product from ESPN back then better than what it is today.
That's because they had better players.
Stephen A. Smith and Skip got a hold of it.
That's why.
Until Stephen A. Smith and Skip got a hold of it, and then it turned.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, until they got a hold of it, but it's like, I mean, the NBA is enabling it. They're allowing it.
There was no negativity in the media back then.
I mean, yeah, but the NBA is enabling this. They're allowing this, to happen all the time. And, every time you turn it on or something, they always got something ridiculous to say. Like more than half of what Stephen A. Smith just said in that segment is a bunch of lies. How many players? Like, I don't even think players really load manage that much to a degree, because it's actually based on injury. Because you can't, because it's like if you look at a lot of these players are always hurt, and so I wouldn't say it's based on load manage. Is there a stat out there to tell us how often a player load manage? Because they can't lie, right? Because it's like the NBA and sports is all about betting nowadays, and you can't lie about you not being injured. And it's either you're load managing or you're injured in order to leave out a game.
65 game criteria, and if you didn't have an injury report, then you load manage. That's how they're gonna look at it. The 65, they're gonna look at every player that played under 65 games and look at why they didn't play 65 games, and that's gonna determine who load manage.
So that just started last year, though. 65 games just started last year.
And they made a rule based on this whole,
you have to play 65.
Yeah, but it's still
if you don't play 65, you're load managing. Hurt.
Yeah, but it's still like you can't. Like I'm saying, it's like because most players are not playing just because they don't want to play, I believe, because I feel like they do want to play. They're not saying, I don't want to play the game, I'm just going to sit out. It's like, no, it's like, I think a lot of times more of it is because they're injured rather than they're sitting out for load management. You know what I mean? Like, I'm asking, is there like a stat to indicate the difference between a player load managing and a player that's actually injured? You see what I'm saying?
Well, they
When you
can't
heard
come out and say the players load managing anymore. So
Yeah. But yeah,
Yeah,
having more than
yeah.
half of what he
Now,
said is a lie.
yeah. Now, I guess you could just say that they're dealing with a nagging injury, so they need the time off. So they're trying to get around just healthy players not playing. But then again, they just say someone's ankle is sprained or sprained wrist or something.
Yeah. And then, I don't know. I just think it's also weird to be blaming LeBron or whoever that if there's like decline in ratings and whatnot. I think that's just really weird. Like LeBron's a basketball player, right? He's not negotiating contracts with people and all that other stuff with television and whatnot. Like that's just weird to me.
Yeah, he
Like,
does. He's directly negotiating with him. That's also his job directly.
yeah. I mean, I just like I said, man, this is weird to me. Like all this other
Also,
stuff.
LeBron's gonna win DPOY this year.
oh, that's my quote. He is gonna win defensive player of
I
the year.
know one thing. He better be first team All NBA. I know
He
that
better
one.
be he better be
Hell
first.
yeah.
He better be DPOY this year. Since Wemby he won't qualify.
John, let's not.
I'm
Yeah.
Let's not.
John is joking, but hey, he could be all defense, but he better be first team All NBA. They better not put that crap they did last year. Put him on the third team.
Oh my God!
It's
he better be
positionless
first
though,
team.
right?
If he went first team NBA this year, y'all gonna be in trouble. Y'all think I'm
Yeah,
asking
it's
crazy?
no positions. It's no positions. Like the only players you put above him is Shea, Jokic, Giannis, and maybe
Who else?
Tatum. Who else
Tatum.
you put in that?
It's not Tatum.
Like that's four. Yeah,
Well,
it's
LeBron is
definitely gonna be Tatum. It's gonna
LeBron's
be
like number 5
Jokic.
in the
Yeah,
MVP conversation right now.
and he's number 4 in I think number 4 or 5 in value of replacement player. So he's literally top 5 in the league at the moment.
No, yeah, I mean, obviously I don't think he's gonna win DPOY, but he has been playing great defense, especially since the break.
That's what I told him. That's what they need to do. Let him play off
LeBron
ball
has
so
been
he
playing-
have more energy for the
LeBron,
defense.
even on ball, LeBron has been playing much better defense than last year all year. He's just been playing. He been put since AD is injured. He's been playing even better defense when AD first started being injured. But all year, he's been playing good defense. He's been a good.
See, this is what I don't get though. Like Brandon Katz, what do you? I mean, obviously it's okay to not have LeBron as your GOAT, but if we're just giving him his props, he is playing at a great level. Like, there's no denying that, dude. Like, what? How is he?
Brandon Katz
He's
is a coward.
arguing.
He's been exposed so much that he don't even want to hit links anymore. He just wants to stay safe in the comments, man. Let him
Dude,
stay safe in
LeBron
the
right now,
comments.
he is arguably a top 5 player. What's he averaging?
He
Like
said
25, 8,
he said Donovan Mitchell. He doesn't watch the game. He put Donovan Mitchell there. He doesn't,
You don't
he doesn't
watch the games.
Yeah, he hasn't been watching. He has not been watching at all. So let's let Twin Man in there. Shout out to Twin Man. Thank you for joining us like you
What
normally
up,
do,
Twin
man.
Man?
Supporting us. Peace
What's
out,
good,
Twin
Twin Man? What's good?
Kobe.
He said there's no link. There is a link. Stop lying. Go ahead, Twin
Okay,
Man.
coach. Hold on.
Twin Man,
Hold on.
Man Down Sports.
Right. Travis, what was you thinking going? Can I say it? What were you thinking about going on that dumbass show talking to someone who is dead?
I learned my
He
lesson.
literally told you, and I quote, "Why you keep going to the stats? Like the game isn't measured by numbers." I don't understand why you continue to talk to people who honestly don't know how to evaluate basketball. I am better than you statistically in everything, and the only thing you have to claim to fame to is free throw shooting. You are not a better basketball player. Now that I got the Kobe Bryant ran off my chest, I'm okay. Let's go back to Stephen A. Smith. Literally, Stephen A. Smith proved LeBron James' point by doing the segment over what Steph Curry did that day. I understand that? He literally, in the moment, proved LeBron's point. You went out of your way to criticize him for critiquing what exactly is going on in the media today. Y'all go out of your way to tear down not just LeBron James, but the entire NBA. Gilbert Arenas is on there saying, y'all didn't do this to Michael Jordan, Magic Johnson, Larry Bird. Y'all didn't do this to the 90s players. Y'all just didn't do it. And what was Stephen A's rebuttal? Humana, nothing.
Side door locked.
So I don't understand why anybody takes these people serious. Everybody can see it. Y'all tear down the league today for absolutely no reason. They just really do. And when someone says something to them about it, all of a sudden, oh, you just hate we're not hating, we're just critiquing you. No, y'all are hating. Y'all are definitely hating.
Haters.
That's all I got to say.
That's all you got to say. Shout out to Twin Man, the GOAT James Kingdom members supporting us, what we do here in GOAT James Kingdom. As y'all know, we do big things here in GOAT James Kingdom. Let me let Juan Boy get up in here. Juan Boy is up in the building. Shout out to Juan Boy. What a good brother.
Couple of great takes going on today. Great conversation. I think I'm gonna ride with Ant-Man on the topic though. Because you know he's got the talent, he's got the personality. You know what I'm saying? He's him. So you know what I mean? He's himself. But he was like, nah, I'm good. He didn't really have to explain. I don't think he really had to explain himself because look what happened in the playoffs last season. He get a dunk, right? Or he get a dunk against Brad Bill and KD. And as soon as the game's over, here they go. Running MJ dunk highlights. You're like, come on, you can't even let nobody live. And now you asking me this a year later? Like you don't think he's one of the biggest he's one of the biggest guys on social media. You don't think he see that? So
they see it. He don't want to be corporate America. They want him to be corporate America. He from Georgia. That dude want to be young and talk the way he talk. He's not trying to be corporate, man. These young dudes ain't trying to follow nobody's
That's
corporate
because
American
you don't
idea.
need corporate to make money out the league no more. These players are they own business. It's not like that's what I'm saying. It's not like back in the days when you needed a company to make money. You can make money on your own without these companies.
Like I said, you got enough followers on social media. Like they can make money off of just advertising somebody's clothing line. What they need, they don't need they don't really need the NBA push for that. They definitely don't need the media's push for that. They're marketable. They just want to have a reason to complain about the NBA. Jason Tatum is boring, but he's a great player. So why you not talking about that? Because he won't pop up on your show. The new media is going to be the new media is guys like Gil, you know, Dwight Howard, Jeff Teague. Jeff Teague is about to be the best. He is the funniest. You know what I mean? But you know what I mean? He's talking about he keeps it basketball. You know what I'm saying? These guys are talking basketball. And you know, and I know it gotta hurt Stephen A to come up there and have Gilbert smirking in his face after he went to the who's that, Chinita or Necker? I don't know. They both look alike. I don't know which one is which. But she's agreeing with Wendy and Gilbert on the topic. And then this is months just before what Gilbert was just like, what did he say last year? Once LeBron retires, a lot of pockets is gonna be empty. And then you're sitting, you know what I'm saying? And then you gotta rub it in your face because I'm sitting up here making you look stupid. They ain't gonna have Gilbert come back up there. Gilbert
was actually well behaved. Gilbert did his job. Somebody let Gilbert Arenas borrow a coat. Gilbert Arenas does not have no suit. He went up there with a borrowed coat, and he was just trying to be as professional as possible.
You know he an 80s baby. He had to have a members only joint in the closet somewhere.
Facts.
Shout out to him. You know what I mean? I'm 42.
I'm 42. He remembers, man. He remembers, man.
We was around.
Definitely, man. Shout out to you, man. Appreciate you, Juan Boy. Again, another GOAT James Kingdom member. Well, you know, we got the Lord of GOAT James Kingdom in the building. Shout out to Blue Boat. It's a Sunday afternoon.
What's going on, everybody? What's going on, everybody, man?
What's good, man? So So your
What's
boy
up?
Stephen A. Sunken Place is out here being reckless on television again. Can you explain to us
Yeah,
why he
I
was
see.
so unhinged? Can you please explain it to us? Because you know him better than anybody here. Go ahead, brother.
Man, listen. We've known about Stephen A's game for a minute, for a while now. You know what I mean? This guy, I don't know, something about him, man, that just gives off feminine energy, man, female energy, man. I think he don't even wear the pants in his family. I don't think he wear the pants in his family. You know, I'm willing to bet. His wife punks him around. His wife, do all this other stuff to him, man, and he takes it on everybody. I think his love life is kind of screwed up right now. No BS. I think his love life is kind of screwed up right now. And he comes to work, he comes to his so-called job, and takes it out on everybody. He's not getting. I don't think he's getting any at home. I don't think. But anyway, it's like I said before, and I'll say it again. All this, like, Stephen A. Smith isn't the only culprit here, all right? It started way back in 2003. You remember that show Cold Pizza way before it became First Take, right? Cold Pizza with Skip Bayless and what's that guy from the
Woody Page.
Woody Page.
Yes,
Yeah. They used to go back and forth. They used to go back and forth all the time, man. And this guy, Skip Bayless, he started this trend of disrespecting athletes. Remember, he used to shit on Terrell Owens. He used to shit on Kevin Garnett, call him Kevin Garnett. Kevin Garnett is Kevin Garnett. You know what I mean? And he used to fry T.O. He used to T.O. to the point where he made things personal, man. You know, he said he wasn't a Hall of Famer, saying he's a bad teammate, saying he wrecks the locker room and all that stuff. Now, does that have anything to do with the game? Anything to do with the game at all? Calling him terrible Owens, calling him a bad teammate, saying he's not a Hall of Fame and all this stuff. Just from what I remember, Skip Bayless worked for the San Jose Chronicle. What was that? The San Jose Chronicle, is that like near San Francisco, right? The Bay Area, right?
And
I think
San Jose is closer to San Diego. It's south.
Right,
if I'm correct.
Well,
okay.
He did a stint in the Bay Area, like it was in Oakland. He covered the Oakland A's and whatever, right? But I remember him saying like, Terrell Owens is such a cancer in the locker room and everything, and he's such a bad teammate. He took all that and put that on TV, like you said. It's the same guy, Skip Bayless, that started rumors that Troy Aikman was a homosexual and all that BS, all that jazz. But long story short, it trickled down to him, then it trickled down to Stephen A. Second Place, then it trickled down to the cornball brother Rob Parker, Doug Gottlieb, LeBron called out
Jason
Fatlock. Yeah, LeBron either Doug Gottlieb here not too long ago, saying because Doug Gottlieb called out his talking about LeBron's Ronnie was a star on his Wisconsin Green Bay team. As a matter of fact, his Wisconsin Green Bay team only got one win on the season this year. Doug Gottlieb. Y'all know that?
Yeah, but that.
Yeah. But long story short, I mean, I'm just saying, like, you know what I mean? It's like the previous media before Skip Bayless had respect for the art of sports. You had the Mike Lupikas, William Rodens, Dick Shafts. You didn't hear these guys tear down Michael Jordan. They always say Michael Jordan was, attacking the media. No, he wasn't. No, the hell he was. He got like maybe the only thing that actually had negative impact was the gambling shit and his father passed. And people saying he had something to do with it. Other than that, they kept the basketball with Michael Jordan. You know what I mean? They kept the basketball with Mike. You know? You very rarely hear stuff. You very rarely hear these guys like today trying to say, oh, Michael Jordan would survive in the 60s. Michael Jordan would survive in the 80s. Or Magic Johnson, he don't belong in the same sentence as Magic Johnson. You've never heard that shit. But now it's like LeBron James. Every accomplishment, every accolade, you got Stephen A. Smith come on TV like, oh yeah, he ain't Jordan, he ain't this, he ain't that.
Facts.
All this BS, man. It's like, and he ain't the only one. That's the scary part.
Yeah,
what
what you're saying is bullshit. Because
Wait a minute. How do you know I'm saying this bullshit? Who is this, man? Who is this guy? Who is this guy?
This guy's just fucking babbling. Hold on.
No. Who the hell you saying you babbling, man? Get out of here with that bullshit. You can't comprehend common sense. That's why you're saying that shit. You can't comprehend common sense. Hey, you came up here interrupting me again, man. You came up here interrupting me.
Brandon, wait, your turn's not yet. Go ahead.
Man, mute this cat, man. Mute this idiot, man. Mute this idiot.
I got you.
You come up here and interrupting me. Get out of here with this bullshit. Talk about I'm babbling and shit. Get the hell out of here with that bullshit. You can't comprehend common sense. That's why. You can't comprehend what the hell I'm saying. But anyway,
you're cooked.
That's bullshit. But anyway, what I'm saying is,
that's what he's gonna say. But go ahead.
You know what I mean?
That's what he's gonna say. But go ahead.
Anyway, I'm saying, like, you know what I mean? It's like, now you got the media saying the league is watered down, the league is not as good as it was back in the day, and all this stuff. Like, you had multiple motherfuckers in the 90s missing All-Star games. Shaq missed All-Star games. Charles Barkley missed like 2 years in the All-Star game. You had Clyde Jackson 1 year not playing. But yet you didn't hear the media crying and bitching and talking about, oh, he's ruining the game of basketball, all that BS. Like, come on, man. Like, you act like some of the stuff that's going on today wasn't going on in the 90s. The difference is you got 24-hour social media coming about, and then people like they got smartphones, they got iPhones, they got Androids. You didn't have none of that shit in the 90s. All you had was a pen and paper. All you had was a tablet. You maybe had like a VCR video and all that stuff, recording certain shit, but you didn't have none of this other stuff happening in the 90s because they weren't reporting it. They kept it about the game of basketball, only about the game of basketball, man. You know what I mean? If something happened off the court, right, they would report it, and would spend like maybe 5-10 minutes on it, then we get back to talking about the game. Period. And then even in 2000, you started getting kind of a mix in that, but the whole, Kobe Bryant trial kind of magnified it a little bit more. I think that's where you started to see a whole lot of people in the media starting to dig more into people's personal life and shit, But like I said, man, the media from the last 2 years, the media from yesteryear in the 90s, it wasn't, they upheld the standard of what journalism should be. You know what I mean? But these motherfuckers nowadays, I don't even take them seriously no more. They can't hide their biases, man. And that's bad journalism, if you ask me. Matter of fact, they're not even journalists no more. That's why they on fucking TV or got these podcasts doing BS numbers. So, it's like,
I knew Blue Boat was gonna go in on Stephen A. because I know how you feel about Stephen A. brother. That's why I let you go.
Man, I can't stand that clown. I can't stand that. I haven't been standing that clown for years, man.
I know, man. Don't worry. We took care of him today, man. You know how we do best, man. Let's let Brandon up because Brandon has been hiding on these.
You can let that clown up now, man. You know what I mean? Get him out of here. Get him the hell out of here. I'm out.
Yeah, that's such a fucking babbling clown. So first of all, like when you guys act like LeBron is a victim and he's getting attacked in the media in ways that Jordan wasn't, it's a dumb comment because LeBron has an entire media empire behind him. Kendrick Perkins got a job on ESPN because he's a LeBron guy. Richard Jefferson is literally one of the biggest LeBron guys in the media. Richard Jefferson got a job on ESPN because Richard Jefferson played with LeBron on Cleveland. He's a LeBron guy. Shannon Sharp's worth Clutch Sports. He's a LeBron guy. Nick Wright wears $5,000 watches that LeBron buys for him because he's a LeBron guy, and he put out the stupid story about Jordan not deserving his Defensive Player of the Year. So the media has always done. Yo, shut up! I'm not done. So the media has always done more for LeBron than they've done against him. The media made LeBron.
Shut up! No, you shut up.
Yo,
no, you shut up, bitch. I'm talking to you.
No, you shut up.
Shut the fuck up. Keep quiet. Yeah, stop talking, bro. Shut up. Shut up, bitch. Shut up. Nah, shut up. Nah, fuck you, Brandon. I'll say what the fuck I want to say. Nah, shut up. Nah, shut up. Oh, weak ass. Oh, weak ass motherfucker. I don't give a fuck about you talking. I'm talking over you. I'm talking over you now, what, Brandon? I'm talking over you. I'm trying to
talk. Let him talk. Let him talk.
Just let him talk. Let him talk.
Just let him talk. Go ahead, Brandon. Keep lying. Continue to lie.
Well, the other point is the media made LeBron.
You have no point. Shut the fuck up, Brandon. I'm still talking over.
Hold on. You got to let him talk, Ishmael. Go ahead. We need this. Go ahead. Continue.
Tell Ishmael to take his meds today. Anyways,
he's fine. Don't worry. Go ahead. Finish up your take. Hurry up.
Right. So the media made LeBron the face of the league before he ever earned it. The media made LeBron the face of the league in 07, 08. Michael Jordan was by far the best player in the NBA in 1988, 1989. Michael Jordan was without question. There's not a single person on this panel who can argue it. Michael Jordan was by far the best player in the NBA in 1989 before he started winning titles in 91. So the media made LeBron.
Why was he choking? So why was he choking and not taking his team to the finals? No. Answer my question. We're not gonna argue. No. Because you're not gonna say something that we all agree on when we don't agree with you. So I'm gonna ask you again. LeBron was taking his team to the NBA Finals in 2007 without being the best player in the league. Why was Jordan losing and choking versus a team that didn't have an All NBA player or All Defensive player in 1988 when he was the MVP?
Okay, so the Detroit Piston team that Michael Jordan played very well against, but Pippen choked against.
No, he didn't play well. No, he didn't. Why are you bringing up Pippen? Why are you bringing up Pippen? Why are you bringing up Pippen? What does Pippen have to do with this? What does Pippen have to do with this? Pippen was a rookie. Why are you bringing up Pippen? Why is Michael Jordan waiting for Pippen to do anything? No, because you brought up Pippen. Why are you bringing up Pippen? Why are you bringing up Pippen? Why?
Okay, wait. Okay, Johnny, I have a simple question for you.
No, answer my question. Why are you bringing up Scottie Pippen? We asking you about the league MVP and the best player in the league. You're talking about Jordan being the best player in '88, and he lost to a team without an All-NBA player, without an All-Defensive player on their roster, and you're bringing up Scottie Pippen as a rookie. On a rookie.
Because Michael Jordan did not have a consistent second option, and Michael Jordan played.
Who was the second option in 2007 for LeBron James?
LeBron didn't play any top level.
Who was the second option for LeBron James who took his team to the NBA Finals, sir? Answer my question.
Tim Duncan,
Tony because Parker, LeBron had a far better.
Who was LeBron James' second option when he took his team to the NBA Finals in 2007, Brandon? It's not that hard.
LeBron had a far better team. He had players like Delonte West, Mo Williams, Elgauskas.
Delonte West was better than Scottie Pippen and Charles Oakley, who was averaging a double-double. Where? Charles Oakley was averaging a double-double. Who on the 2007 Cavaliers was averaging a double-double?
You're missing my point. What I'm saying.
No, you're missing my point. You're not answering my questions. You're lying on GOAT James Kingdom, and you know you can't do that. That's why you've been hiding in the comments. So we ask you, when LeBron was being the face of the league because he was taking his team to the NBA Finals in 2007 while Jordan was choking in '88, why was Jordan the face of the league while he was choking?
Okay, so I heard what you said. I want to finish now. What I'm saying is 3 points. First of all, LeBron had a far better team around him when he got to the finals than Jordan did. Point one.
Lie.
Number two.
Lies. Lies.
Hey,
lies. That's a lie. That is a lie.
Just let keep on lying. Just let me go another one.
The Detroit Piston team that Michael Jordan played elite against, that he lost to, would have swept LeBron. The Pistons team LeBron beat that didn't have Ben Wallace was nowhere near as good as the Piston team that Jordan lost to. The Piston team Jordan lost to would have swept LeBron. And LeBron in the finals against San Antonio played a defense that was close to as good as the Pistons defense Jordan faced, and LeBron choked. He shot 36%. He looked like a bitch. He couldn't do anything. Michael Jordan was elite against the Pistons in the 80s. The problem was the Bulls didn't have a good enough roster, and the Bulls didn't have a second or third option.
All right, Brady Cass. All right. That's not a third option on a championship. A bunch of bullshit right there. Let me Jordan played. Hey, shut the fuck up. Anyways, stop fucking lying for one. Stop lying for one. You're saying that Michael Jordan played great versus them, which is false. That is not
Facts.
true at all. Michael
Exactly.
Jordan, the last 3 games of the 1988 of the.
Michael Jordan played
remove him because he's fucking lying.
he's lying.
The last 3 games of the 1988 playoffs versus the Pistons, he went 0 for 3. He lost 3 straight games, and he averaged 24 points per game on 45% shooting with 4 turnovers. And during that season, he was MVP, Defensive Player of the Year, and he averaged 35 points per game on 53% shooting. How is that not underperformance significantly? Answer that question.
No, he's out of there, Brandon. We kicked him out. We kicked him out.
Yo, man, I don't even know how you do that. Like, how you look at this, bro? Like,
Everybody hating on LeBron at this point, man. How can you listen to it? Like, why are we even giving these people Stephen A.
right, that's
trash?
what I'm thinking. Like, right. What is he even talking about? The man said,
Hold on.
He shouldn't even be allowed to
Hold on, Ishmael.
Let me add old dude back in. I actually want him to answer that question. I actually want him to answer that question. No, I actually want him to answer that question.
Okay, go ahead. He's in there.
Yeah.
Go ahead. He's here. Go ahead, Brandon. Answer that question, Brandon.
Okay. So the way that basketball works was the Pistons' strategy against Jordan was the Jordan rules. So against an all-time great defense, it was double and tripling Jordan on almost every play. Michael Jordan averaged 24 and 45% shooting relative to the defensive rating Detroit had was very good. When LeBron played an elite defense in the finals, he choked like a bitch.
Oh, wait, hold on. Are you saying Michael Jordan did not underperform?
Who was better? Michael Jordan against
question. I don't care what else you got to
They
say.
didn't play against the same team. You can't say who was better. Jordan choked worse. Jordan choked worse than LeBron did. That's the point. Jordan choked worse than LeBron did.
Are you saying that he did underperform?
Yes, LeBron was better. LeBron was better than Jordan. LeBron was better than Jordan. LeBron was better. LeBron was better. LeBron was better. It doesn't matter if he shot 36%. His points per game didn't go down like Jordan's points per game to go down. Jordan's field goal percentage went down. LeBron James. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Jordan's field goal, everything went down for Jordan. Not everything went down for LeBron. You're only going to bring up his field goal percentage. Everything for Jordan went down. Everything versus a team versus a team with no All-NBA player and no All-Defensive player on the roster versus a team that has 2 All-Defensive players first teams. No, it was not. Not in 1988. Not in 1988. Stop lying. Stop lying and cutting me off. In 1988, the Detroit Pistons was not an all-time great team. They were not better than the 2007 Detroit Pistons. They were not better than the 2007 San Antonio Spurs. It doesn't matter if Ben Wallace is not there. Ben Wallace did not make the Detroit Pistons a good team or not. What are you talking about? They still had Chauncey Billups. They still had Rip Hamilton. They had Tayshaun Prince. They had Rasheed Wallace. They had Chris Webber. They had more All-NBA players and more All-Defensive players on their roster than the Detroit Pistons did in 1988. They were better than the 88 Pistons.
Okay, here's my question for you. If I replace Jordan with LeBron, would the Bulls be better or worse against the Pistons in 89? Yes or no?
The Bulls in 1988 with LeBron James are winning the NBA championship.
Man, you give LeBron anything. You give LeBron James anything. Like
LeBron doesn't have to. Jordan couldn't shoot. That's why the Detroit Pistons made the MJ game plan, because Jordan couldn't shoot. Jordan didn't know how to shoot. That's why they beat him, because Jordan couldn't shoot. They didn't give Jordan the lane. They didn't give Jordan the basket. They told Jordan to shoot the ball, and they lost. That's why his field goal percentage was down. That's why his scoring was down. That's why his steals were down. That's why his blocks were down. That's why everything was down versus him. His assists were down.
He completely underperformed.
Completely underperformed.
In the regular season. How could you average 35 points a game?
Isaiah and the Bad Boys punk Michael Jordan. That's how he lost.
One simple question.
He came back on steroids with Scottie Pippen and Phil Jackson. That's how it go down.
Yo, how did conversation?
LeBron James had no weakness. There was no weakness in LeBron James when he's taking a team to the NBA Finals with nobody. Your man is not going to the Finals. Your man is losing versus a team that shouldn't even be there. That's it. The Detroit Pistons made a name of themselves off of Michael Jordan choking. 3 straight years in a row. We're only talking about 88 because he choked again in 89. Don't forget Michael Jordan choked in 89. Don't forget that.
Wait. Okay, so if you're going to argue Jordan choked when he shot 45% from the field, then you're admitting LeBron choked when he shot.
No, I'm not. Because I'm not using just 45%. I'm using that Jordan went down. You choked from what you were suspected to be doing and what you were normally doing compared to what you did. LeBron James did not go down in all those categories in any series that you want to bring up. There is not one. There's not one.
Shooting 36% wasn't
36% is not enough to fail. Jordan failed worse. You keep bringing up 36% shooting. Jordan didn't face zone defenses. Jordan would have shot less than that if he faces zone defenses. You are not talking about them facing the same thing. Jordan underperformed. It's just that simple. Jordan went from 30. Listen, and 9 playoffs. And 9 playoff series that Jordan played between 1987 and 1990, he averaged over 40 points per game in every series outside of the Detroit Pistons. He shot over 50% in every series outside of the Detroit Pistons series. Every Detroit Pistons series, Michael Jordan was under 30 points per game, and he was shooting less than 50%. Michael Jordan was not playing great versus the Detroit Pistons, and he was choking versus them year after year. You can't bring up LeBron James versus a greater team. LeBron James shouldn't even have been in the NBA Finals to face against the Spurs. That's the point. So stop bringing up what he did against the Spurs when Jordan would never got to the point of facing against Boston Celtics or against the Los Angeles Lakers to watch him shoot on the 30% during those series. So get out of here with that bullshit. No, I want to hear y'all crying.
Yo, man, I don't even know. That got nothing to do with the topic, though. That was a distraction.
I needed that. I needed that because I'm about to go watch I'm about to watch. Let's let Sensational get in here. Sensational did have a take. Thank you for joining us on the GOAT James Kingdom panel. Let's let Sensational in. Go ahead, brother. I know you was ready to go in on him. If I'm saying your name correctly, it's not even Sensational. What is this? Senderoni. Go ahead. Senderoni Television in the building, y'all. Go ahead, brother.
And salute to all you good brothers, man, who pumping the truth and the facts over this like overly KKK hype coon. At the end of the day, without Isaiah Thomas, Phil Jackson, Scottie Pippen, Dennis Rodman, I mean, the list goes on for at least like damn near 10 to 20 people. You know, besides the league was in this guy's pocket. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you got to understand, 23, that number, period, is a white supremacist number. And we all know Illuminati, Illuminations, everything goes by these type of codes and digits. These basketball games, all these sport games are rigged to a degree to where those numbers dictate politics across the world. I'm going to say this about Michael Jordan. He was good for the time being, but, you know, it was better people to watch. I mean, he was the only guy that was getting all that attention. You cannot compare Michael Jordan to no LeBron James. It shouldn't even be talked about. And the only reason it's talked about is because the NBA and Michael Jordan are in cahoots. It's just simple as that. It's no other reason for this. There's no other discussion. You can play footage side by side each year. Of course, you can't start with LeBron because LeBron came in fresh out of high school. Michael Jordan had to go through college and all this kind of crap. He had to go through the bad boys, all this kind of stuff. Like, it's not even a question about who is the better person. It's not even as far as the basketball. LeBron James, the greatest basketball player to ever play the game, whether you talk about in the teens, whether you talk about the 20s, the 30s, and the 40s. LeBron would not be an average player until he was about 55, 60 years old. This is a fact. He will not be a bench warmer until he's 55. You take that to the bank.
And that's why I got him. Exactly. That's why I got him and Wilt Chamberlain at 1 and 2. Because like you said, they're the only players that can be doing it in the mid 40s all the way to their 50s, man. They're the only ones, man. Hold on, wait. Let me answer this question right quick, man. Hold on. I got to answer this question. I just found it. Shout out to Ralph. Ralph was asking what we talking about. Ralph, we're talking about LeBron James being the face of the building and your boy Zesty, Stephen A. Smith, not accepting that. So that's what we're talking about. But we got derailed because Brandon, he wants to sit here and lie on GOAT James Kingdom, and he wants to have arguments about who played better, and he can't accept it. They always ask us our stupid questions and ask us our opinions about it, but then they get mad when we tell them how we feel. Don't get mad at us because we think LeBron James played better in 2007 finals than Jordan did in the 1988 Eastern Conference semis. Like, get out of here with that. We don't want to hear those nonsenses from y'all. Y'all just out here lying and capping. Let's let Dr. Enki get in here because he's been very patient. He was in and out. Thank you for joining us on the Go James Kingdom. We see you in the comments, brother. What you got for today's show? As you can see, we out here cooking Zesty Jeffries, and we out here talking about the GOAT of basketball, LeBron James.
Oh, appreciate it. I just want to say I felt so at home when I finally found y'all channel. This is a beautiful place. Yeah. So this is what I wanted to say real quick. Basketball is a team sport. So first of all, you can't use rings as a individual accolade. Michael Jordan is a system player. If we take the GOAT conversation back to the original GOAT conversation, I'm 47 years old. That means I'm just old enough to remember the old school and be in the middle for the new players. Back in the days, it was about who scored the most points. That was the best player, the guy who scored the most points. But the problem was Kareem Abdul-Jabbar was the GOAT, and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar did his Muslim thing, so he didn't want to play with the corporate interests. And then Karl Malone came in number 2, and the NBA knew that he had some of them charges. You know, he had some of them Diddy charges that was lingering around, so they couldn't make Karl Malone the face of the league. So they created statistics that Jordan had alone so they could isolate him as the GOAT. And if you don't believe it, all you got to do is look at Nike stock. See, what Stephen A. Smith is doing is he's inflating the stock of Nike and of the Jordan brand because they're not based on like normal corporate performance. They're based on these basketball conversations. So Stephen A. Smith and the whole Skip Bayless crew, they have to synthetically inflate that stock. If you look at what happened in Nike in 2024, every other division of their company did bad. Jordan is the only thing that turned a profit. $7 billion, I think it was last year for the Jordan brand. They don't want to pass. See, if we look at the traditional GOAT statistics, LeBron is the traditional GOAT. He was first, and it's not longevity. I just want to say that right now. It's not longevity. It has nothing to do with longevity. I want to put that on wax. That's a lie. That's something that I expect to come from Brandon. Ron was the first one to score 10,000. He was the first one to score 20,000. He was the first one to score 30,000, and he's the only one to score 40,000. So,
the youngest.
The young, absolutely. So that alone puts Braun as a unicorn right there. So they have to move Mike out the way now because, you know, it was rumors back in the days that along with the gambling came some powder activity. And now we see that Jordan's sons is following in his footsteps. So now if we look at Jordan on the court and off the court, he can't hold a candle to LeBron because now when we look at LeBron and we see his sons following in his footsteps, they in the league, and now this is why they want to throw so much dirt on Bronny. They got to throw the dirt on Bronny because they have to divert the attention from what Mike's sons is doing. See, basketball guys is helping them. That's what they got to do. That's what they got to do. So Bron is the face of the league, and he'll be the face of the league till he stops playing. After that, they're going to move it to Luka because they decided in the Olympics that they needed an international face of the league this time. Even though the players don't want that to happen, the ownership and Nike wants to have an international face, so they move Luka into LA. And, you know, that's how things are going to progress.
And he's a Jordan guy.
And he's a Jordan guy, so he can. he might not be a Jordan guy forever. That's to be determined. He might become a Bron guy. We might see. They might have to Jordan up. All that cocaine activity. You know, they might have to move Jordan out the face of the league. He's not good for the children.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to GOAT James Kingdom. As you can see, we have an open. Listen, we have an open panel. Y'all stop crying and complaining. Y'all Zesty Jeffries be crying all the time, man. Let LeBron fans be us, man. Why y'all sitting here crying about what we be doing?
Fuck you, LeBron fans.
Y'all just be upset about no reason.
Listen, Johnny, we can't keep doing this, man. Listen, we're sitting there.
What?
we're sitting there letting people talk about cocaine and all this shit, but in like the
Wait a minute.
listen.
The 80s
Listen.
wasn't filled with cocaine.
No,
we gonna
listen.
wait. We gonna wait. Hold on, Travis. Travis, we're not gonna do this, Travis. When you know for a fact, and Ralph knows this too. Shout out to Ralph in the building. Ralph is here with us, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all make sure to check out Ralph Alexander 65 on TikTok and all of his backup accounts as well. But listen. These guys were running around here complaining about Orlando Woolridge and Michael Jordan's teammates being cokeheads. It's okay when it's used against Jordan's teammates, but now we can't say that the 80s were filled with coke. Come on, man, y'all gotta stop this.
What I'm talking about, man, is that we can any person who has a semi-pro LeBron take, they get the monologue for like 5 minutes. But even if we don't agree with like someone like Brandon Katz. We interrupt them, we scream over him, we cut him off, we kick him, we mute him just because we don't like what he's saying.
Wait a minute.
We can't be that channel.
No, wait. Don't do that. Brandon Katz. Are you defending Brandon Katz, Travis?
No, I'm defending. It's not just him.
You know
it's
what?
Like anyone.
You're right. No, you're right. You're right. I'm sorry.
Like, what I'm doing
sorry.
Right now.
I'm sorry. Willie. Go ahead, Willie. The floor is yours. Shut Travis up with this bullshit. Tell everybody who you are, what you represent, and why you show up on Go James Kingdom every Sunday. Because we have a real Jordan fan here, while Travis, who's a motherfucking Kobe guy, wants to defend Wall Street Brandon. But go ahead, Willie. The floor is yours.
I'm just here for the facts. But
there you go, brother. Tell him.
This guy just came on talking about Nike, but he don't even know who made Nike, who made Nike to what Nike was. So a guy will get on here online and talk about, oh, they're the Nike machine. Who made Nike? Who made Nike famous? Answer that. So y'all don't know. See, I don't live in the 80s. I live in 2025. I grew up in the 80s, in the 90s, in the 2000s, in the 2010s. And we get to see all this shit. That's the beautiful thing about aging. You get to see shit. LeBron, I'll tell y'all something right now. LeBron, if LeBron was like he was right now in his early years, he'd be the GOAT. LeBron just figured it out. Do y'all see this or not? He just now figured out the game. Yeah, no, yes, he's GOAT material, but LeBron, look, he's shooting 40 from 3. The Joker's shooting jumpers. LeBron ain't play like that in Cleveland, Miami, Cleveland, or early years in the Lakers. It took LeBron too long to figure it out. And now since he's 40, he figured it out. It took him.
LeBron was shooting 56% at the Heat and 40% from three when he played for the Heat.
You about to make me defend LeBron?
What?
Yo. See, this is the problem.
Was doing that with the Heat.
Travis, this is your fault, Travis. This is your fault, Travis. But go ahead, Willie. It's the floor still yours, Willie. Go ahead, Willie.
I think you got both. I think you got both people at the same table with the lines, bro.
Y'all talking stats. I'm talking play.
Willie, you talking, Willie. You talking, Willie. Go ahead. We go James Kingdom. We ain't stopping you. Go ahead. Don't worry. Brandon and I are paying attention. Go ahead, Willie.
Y'all talking stats. Talking play. Since moments in play. See, when you look at stats, that's why I didn't like Carmelo, because Carmelo Anthony gave it all up in the first and second quarter, but he wasn't shit in the third and fourth quarter. If you remember early Knicks, Carmelo Anthony. But to go back to LeBron is playing the best I've seen him play probably in his whole career. To me, he was more athletic. His first stint in Cleveland, he tried to be a team player in Miami. He tried to take control back in Cleveland. But this is the most well-balanced LeBron that I've seen. But all that doesn't mean shit if you ain't winning. Jordan niggas don't care about no stats, bro.
They're winning.
God. What you mean you got to
don't care about no
winning,
stats,
brother. Parade on
Chris Shaw, probably. Oh my God.
Parade on Chris Shaw, man. All right. Let's get Ralph in the building.
2013 is. Hold on.
I kind of see what he's trying to say, though. I actually understand, to be fair. Because like if you talk about
Yeah.
Well,
Come on.
I know you're about to
Go
go, but yeah, go. Never mind.
Yo, hey, Ishmael, stop it, Ishmael. Stop, Ishmael. You can't redeem yourself. You cussed out Brandon. Now you can't help Willie. Okay, go ahead, Ralph. Go ahead, Ralph.
Now you're about to meet. I'm about to defend LeBron. They're like the best version of LeBron is 2012 and 2013. His Heat years is like his best years. I don't
No, it's
understand
not.
what we're talking about.
No, it's
Because
it's not. No, it's not. He don't have Dwayne Wade.
Willie.
No, the fuck is
It's
not,
my
yo.
turn. Yo, hold on. You're talking to a
You
guy that
playing
had
with
Jordan
two.
#1, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because if you look at him on the offensive end, that's probably
No,
the
it's
best
not.
time he played off ball. He shot very well from 3-point line. Where during that time, I think he shot around close to 40 in those 4
240.
years. And then he
Oh
was
yeah.
elite on the defensive end. So offensively and defensively, that was his best years. So let's not cap him here.
Yo, his defense, LeBron had one block. LeBron is not an all defensive player for most of his career. LeBron had one goddamn block. We not gonna act like he just be shutting niggas down. Come on, man. He's playing better basketball that I have ever seen him play
Brandon,
in his career.
Look this up.
Shout out to Willie. Look at Willie. Willie's showing praise to LeBron. Look at Willie. Look at Willie.
I think it's right. What you talking about?
Hey, Ralph. Hey, can I hold on? Let me ask Willie a question. So you say that since LeBron didn't average over a block, he wasn't a good defensive player? Is that what you're saying?
No, what I'm saying is LeBron got the clientele and the cachet. He's not even an all defensive selection.
But you said because he didn't average over a block, is that the reason why he wasn't a all defensive player?
No, not over a block.
Averaged less than a block.
No, not over a block, but just assignments. Like 2017, KD was right there. You got 6 fouls.
All right.
Foul
Okay.
KD at.
Yeah, he's
Next question.
Go ahead, Ralph. Go ahead, Ralph. I just want to ask you that
If I'm
question.
correctly, I think all 4 years that he was with Miami, I think he was top 5 in deploy votes, or I know he was number 2 in 2013.
Number 2, number 3, and 12.
09 to 18, Braun was like
I think he was top 5 in deploy. And then on top of that, if you look, he made the all defensive teams every year of his Miami stint. So what are we talking about here?
What about all Cleveland stint? What about all Lakers stint? You forgot that?
That's not my argument. My argument is his best years was in
Miami. We know he was a good defender.
Hold on.
10 years ago.
Willie, as good as he's playing right now, Willie, as good as he's playing right now, should he be on the all defensive team? Should he be on the all defensive team this year then?
Yes or no? He should be all NBA, maybe first, second team, maybe first. Now, if he do that, I'll give him his props. But defense is not his calling card.
Don't let him get first team. Go ahead, Ralph.
Hold on. You might. This is very rare on your show, Johnny and Brandon. So I'm gonna give y'all a little.
Big ups to Brandon, by the way.
Real quick. So here's the thing, Willie. Argument, you said that this is the best he's played, which I said I agree. I disagree for the fact that if you look on Miami, he was a better defender during that time, and his offense did not slip. Matter of fact, he was at his athletic peak, and plus he had the total package during that time. He was able to shoot from the mid-range at a very high rate in Miami, and on top of that, he was shooting better than he ever did up to that point from the 3-point line.
Yeah, but every time he shot like that, he lost.
He was elite as far as a help defender at that time. That was his peak. Everything that you can say in his game, that was his peak in Miami, and that's why it resulted into winning.
First of all, Alexander, how you gonna give credit to LeBron playing at his best with 2 of the best other players in the world? I gave LeBron his credit now because he's playing with Luka, but Luka don't play defense. LeBron is playing his best basketball that I have ever seen right now. Besides early Cleveland, athletic, but I'm talking about decision making, being comfortable. Like LeBron is schooling these kids
D
right
Wade
now.
wasn't that. D Wade was declining
Don't
after
tell me D Wade.
2011. Yes,
D
he
Wade
was.
wasn't.
He declined. What are we talking about here? D Wade was not D Wade in 2013 and 2014. 2012,
Bro. See, this where you get. See, this where you
the
fucked
D
up.
Wade in 2011.
This where you fucked up
2011
at.
was his last elite year.
This where
That
you
was
fucked
D
up
Wade's
at.
last elite year. After that,
Okay.
he was declining because he had injuries. He had to get his knee drained throughout that time. What are we talking about here?
You hear him? You hear him talking. Y'all all heard him clear.
Yes, it's all facts.
Okay, and the 2014 Eastern Conference. Listen. In the 2014 Eastern Conference Championship, when in 20 before they got to the finals, what did D Wade do? And how much more efficient and points did D Wade do in the fourth quarters of those series? You tell me D Wade was washed or not, and I send you $100.
Damn, he's got more.
Can you look that up for me? I think he averaged like 21 or 22.
And he was more efficient. He was more efficient than LeBron.
So, what? No.
But he was
That's way.
But he was wild.
So, are you telling me? 19.8. All right. So, hold on. Willie,
Bring that shit, bro. I'm ready.
Hold on. You're saying him averaging 19.8 in that series is
but he was washed.
anything.
That was 19.8 watts.
What was he doing in 20? No, hold on. What was he doing in 2011? He was way better
25
in 2011.
a game in the finals. 25 a game in the finals, nigga.
Where's my $100?
25 a game in the finals. LeBron went from 27 to 17.
He wasn't the same player.
Hold up, guys. In the finals that year, he averaged 15.2.
No, I said in the Eastern Conference Finals, LeBron was shooting like trash. D Wade was having a higher percentage than LeBron in the Eastern Conference Finals. In the fourth quarters, third quarters, and everything. Don't look it up. And you say he was wild.
Is that accurate, Brandon? Please,
nigga, go look it up.
Fact check that.
Okay. In 2014, in the Eastern Conference Final, LeBron shot 56% from the field.
No. In the fourth quarter,
82% from the free throw line.
Hey, Ralph, you need to get him your
carry
jail.
that nigga.
Yeah,
hey, Ralph,
y'all
you
know
need
I
to get
don't.
him your jail. You got
2014, D Wade was washed. That nigga wasn't washed, nigga.
Hey,
He
Ralph,
was
Go look at it. It's right there.
He was playing as well.
Oh wait.
Hold on.
Go look at it.
First and foremost, Willie, I did not.
He was not.
Let's use my
19. That's trash. 19 is trash.
Willie,
but Pippen averaged
$100, Willie. $100, Willie. We need it in the Cash App instantaneously, nigga. Instantaneously, nigga.
Willie, you gotta listen to comprehend. Don't listen to respond. What I said was he was declining. I said he declined. You're saying wash. Those are two different words. And that was a fact. He was declining.
He wasn't all NBA or all defensive team that year either.
So that's declining, sir.
Yeah,
Scott.
I think Willie probably agree.
I kind of feel other than I don't agree.
Oh wait, I want to ask this question right quick. I want to ask this question right quick because Travis says
D Wade was trash in the playoffs in 2014.
Travis is bored, right? Travis is bored. And I'm gonna ask you this, Brandon. Would you rather talk SGA and Jokic MVP race or LeBron James and Jordan?
I mean, everyone wants to talk. I mean, everyone prefers to talk about LeBron and Jordan, but you know the MVP race is just a two-man race.
The GOAT debate is a two-man race.
It's just a two-man comparison with LeBron versus Jordan.
I'd rather not talk about Jordan. In my opinion.
Thank you. Not talking. See, that's why I like Ishmael, the GOAT James Kingdom member. He didn't say nothing about LeBron. F Michael Jordan. We don't want to talk about Michael Jordan. We don't want to talk about the 1900s.
D Wade averaged 22 points, 48%. fourth quarters.
Yeah,
LeBron.
Hold on,
right.
hold on, wait. Before we do that, hold on. Before
Hey,
we go. Matter of fact, Travis, thank you, Travis, because we're gonna talk about the MVP. I'm actually gonna
D-Wade
get him out of here,
averaging 19. He watched.
but we have. Hold on, wait. We have somebody who wants to speak straight to Brandon. Whitebeard Pirates says he has a question for Brandon, or he wants to direct something towards Brandon. So Whitebeard, the mic is yours, brother. Go ahead. What you got to say for us here on a Sunday afternoon?
Whitebeard.
Are you there, Whitebeard?
You just muted yourself.
Whitebeard didn't want the smoke.
He said he had something to say for Brandon. He said he had something to say for Brandon. That's what he said. He wanted to go at Brandon about something.
I mean, he just said it like a minute ago. Is his mic working?
His mic is on.
You got that McDonald's Wi-Fi, bro.
Nah, and hey Johnny.
He's a Zesty Jeffrey with using Android. Zesty Jeffrey using
Hey Johnny,
Android.
nah. I was just going to say that. Don't say nothing about Androids. They ain't got nothing to do with the Android. None at all.
Yeah,
Stop it.
Your mic has been messed up all show, Twin Man. Get to an iPhone quickly, sir. As a Michael Jordan fan, please, sir.
Hey, my mic ain't nothing wrong with my mic. I got an Android.
Twin Man, Kobe to go.
Johnny just petty.
This is the same
You know what?
Android from day one.
You're right. I am being petty, and because of that, y'all can just kiss my light-skinned ass. Like I keep telling y'all, there's gonna be a parade on Crenshaw Boulevard. I'm actually gonna go watch the Miami Heat go play against the Knicks right now. So I'm headed up out of here, Brandon. You can continue the show and end the show. Smoke y'all, Brandon. Ralph, you don't even smoke no more.
We got Mitchell Robinson back now.
Mitchell Robinson.
Yeah, he's back. He came back last game.
Mitchell
Hey,
Robinson.
Yeah, we about to smoke, y'all.
Hey, nobody want to hear that shit, man. Nobody want to hear that shit.
I just want to be sure you give out your cash app so you can get your $100. I mean, so can you please announce your cash app so everybody will know?
Yeah, Willie, you got to pay up, Willie. You old school. You got to pay your money, Willie. Listen, look, Willie.
He said D Wade was watched. 19 points. Ain't watched.
No, I didn't.
Ain't watched.
That's a lie. That's a lie.
That's a hell of a.
You ain't got to lie, Craig. You ain't got to lie.
D Wade. Yeah, hold up.
We gonna end the show. We gonna end the show.
Hold up.
His head is moving like that.
What did D Wade average in the 2013 finals?
If you ain't got the money,
Like 19 points.
Who ain't got the money? I make more money than all y'all.
Let's not lie. You don't know what.
So Willie, why you ain't sign up for the Go James Kingdom membership, man? It's $5 a month, man.
Talking about. And I ain't knocking y'all on what y'all make. First of all, let me hold. Let me say this again, because I don't knock people. I work hard for 22 years. I'm not saying that job. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying this. I know everybody got their own thing. I get that bread. So I'm not one of those niggas. I'll change it like that. I'm not comparing. I'm not comparing or competing. I'm not comparing or competing. I don't want to be that type of guy. I'm not better than none of y'all.
Willie.
I'm not better than none of y'all.
I know you're not, Willie, but listen, Willie, I would love for you to become a GOAT James Kingdom member.
I'm not better than nobody on this panel, so I'm going to take that statement back. That was just that was a Jordan statement. Fuck you.
Willie, it's $4.99. Willie,
decline. I want you to understand that I said decline, not
he didn't hear you, Ralph. He doesn't listen. He again $4.99 and $100.
But he wasn't washed. He averaged 19 in the playoffs.
He was washed.
How he drop off? He averaged the same thing in 2013.
No, he averaged 15 in the finals in 2014 and 19.
No. We said playoff. In that Eastern Conference playoffs, before LeBron went in 2014 against the Spurs, D Wade was balling.
I think
y'all say he fell off.
I think D Wade averaged like 17 that whole playoff series.
Nah. He averaged no. Matter of fact, he averaged 22. I think it was 22.
No, that was 2013.
He fall off. 19, 22.
No, that's 2012. 2012. I think.
Hey, give me 09 Wade over any LeBron season.
Come on now, he just had a bad series.
09 Wade was like that though. I'm not gonna lie, he was like that.
Watch.
He just had a bad series, so it's okay to have a bad series. It's okay to have a bad series, Willie. Is that what you're saying, Willie? Since you make so much money, bro, can I persist that you become
You know
a
what?
member for
Yes.
$4.99 a month? Put
You
it
know
on one of your
what?
credit cards.
You know what? I will pay for my talking. I will do a membership as a Jordan fan, a diehard Jordan fan. Since I
Yes,
talk
join
mad
us.
shit,
Join us, Willie.
I will pay for my talking. How about that?
Yes.
As a Jordan fan.
You got to help me out, Willie.
Willie, this is why we appreciate you, Willie. This is what we do. So again. So listen, we got the link available in the chat, ladies and gentlemen. Again, ladies and gentlemen, Go James Kingdom members, you guys support what Brandon and I do here every Sunday afternoon. As you can see here, on a Sunday afternoon, we talk the game of basketball.
I'm rooting for Brandon.
We open up on the.
You about me, Willie? What the fuck, man?
I told you. Listen, I told you this.
Okay.
I told you guys, this guy here has basically started a whole civil war, Brandon. This is your fault, Brandon. Now you got Willie on your side. But shout out to Willie for becoming a member of the Go James Kingdom panel. Again, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm going to do that when I hang up.
Got some sense about AD, that's why.
So, listen, all you got to do to become a member of the Go James Kingdom channel, ladies and gentlemen, is obviously just go to our channel. Hit that join tab. You'll see all the different perks for becoming a member. It's only $4.99, ladies and gentlemen. You spend more money than that going to McDonald's. And you guys have more McDonald's takes. So when you come up here having your little McDonald's takes, just go ahead and spend the $4.99. It's like a Happy Meal. And become a GOAT James Kingdom member. That way you can watch us do GOAT James Kingdom member watch parties. Again, we also going to start doing Playback TV. We got a Playback TV account, so y'all become a member of our Playback TV room. That way we can watch games together as basketball fans. Because again, GOAT James Kingdom is where basketball lives. You guys know we go live every Sunday noon Eastern time right here on the GOAT James Kingdom channel with the GOAT James Kingdom show with B. Lee and A. Johnny. And we have great gentlemen who come up here and speak just like Ralph does, King John, Travis, Craig, Brandon and I, obviously our GOAT James Kingdom members, all of our followers and subscribers, and all of the people who show up here on a Sunday afternoon. So again, we can't say nothing but thank you, and we appreciate all you guys for showing up on a Sunday afternoon to just to talk the game, because we do actually talk the game better than anybody here in GOAT James Kingdom. So again, thank you for joining us on another great Sunday afternoon, as we're actually going to get up out of here because we actually have to go. We have to do some things. I'm going to go watch my Miami Heat play. There's some games later on tonight, so you guys enjoy the rest of your afternoon. Again, ladies and gentlemen, this is the GOAT James Kingdom platform. I'm A. Johnny the Exposer. I got my partner B. Lee, and we're going to get up out of here. Peace and blessings. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday afternoon. If you're a basketball fan and you're tired of basketball shows that talk about fake narratives and using non-basketball terms like killer instinct, playoff translation, gravity, come to GOAT James Kingdom.
Welcome to GOAT James Kingdom, where basketball lives forever. You get to enjoy BB and A. Johnny talk basketball every Sunday noon Eastern time right here on the GOAT James Kingdom channel. Support by subscribing, and also check out the membership at GOAT James Kingdom.